Cooking with that gas-0-Leeny. How you guys doing tonight?
Who do the hiring and the firing? That's the boss. Who the man in Oakland? That's the boss. Lame talk, oh man, not the boss. Biggitty, Bossy with the sauce. Travel bros catching flight, not for love. Bossy up in here to bust it up. Talking dirty, you don't like it, hit the tub. TLC, keep it pop, I'm a thug. Real talk over here, we don't feel y'all. No. Real soft, pillow whisper, that's that squeal talk. Woo. I don't feel y'all, dog, like you real lost. Too much imitation talking, get you peeled off. Yeah, big Bossy Leeny, he shrimp linguine. You never see me disappear like Houdini. Don't call me for no favors, less it's real talk. Straight up out of Oakland, that's that big boss. Who do the hiring and the fun? That's the boss. Who the man in Oakland? That's the boss. Lame talk, oh man, not the boss. Biggitty, Bossy Leeny.
Yo. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's the Iggitty. Biggitty. Bossy Boss, Leeny. Cooking with what? Gas-0-Leeny, fire content. How you guys doing tonight? I know this music too loud right now. Hold on. Probably a little better. How you guys doing tonight? What's up with the people? Boomaye! We have a champion. What's up with the people? You know what it is. Big Bossy Boss Leeny from Oakland, California. Always keeping it real motherfucking talk. Shout out to the people that's in here. It's Saturday night. A lot of people is live. I checked it out. A lot of people live. The space is still hot and active. So I said, oh shit, Wait a minute. Let me put my bossy in it. You know what I'm talking about for the one time? Hold on. Boop. Yeah. You know we West Coast over here. We West Coast, and shout out to everybody. Most of my viewers on the East Coast, right? I know it's a little late at night for you guys, but shit. Oh man, we're gonna get into it. Who we got in the building? Hey! And that's how we started off too. Richie Rich roll the tape. Salute to a OG, to a GOAT. Roll the tape. Richie Rich. Yeah, man. Somebody from the old era gotta hang on, man. Bossy Boss, I'm still up in there, man. I ain't let go of it yet, man. And I'm about to hit my other ear. Okay, so shout out to Roll the Tape. That's what's up. Talking about. All right, y'all chopping it up. In the what's the name? Just home. Cheese. Big Boss is not Steve. He stands on business. Somethiung was trying to check him, and it didn't end well for him. Right. At all. Okay. So that's true statement. I don't know what's going on back and forth, but yeah, that happened. And shout out to Somethiung let you on. Yeah, he tried it. You know, people look a certain way online, right? But it is what it is. I mean, I don't know, but I'm 285 pounds. I'm 285 of meat. 285. So 6'2", 285. Pushing 300. A lot of times in real life, that shit don't work. It don't work like you have it in your head. But shout out to Somethiung. Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't quite work out like that. But yeah. Oh shit. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I know Somethiung be trying to press everybody, trying to have everybody check in or whatnot. But I didn't hear about that one. I thought you was referring to my run-in or so-called run-in with Somethiung. And again, shout out to him. Our run-in was in 808. In the hallways of 808 in Thailand, Pattaya. I was in 808 with a chick, and he ran up on me to press me. And I got up, and we basically just squared up in the hallway by the bathroom. The security came and broke us up. Then he was like, "Let's meet at the we gonna finish this at the pool party at Maju Bar pool party in John TM that week." We met at the pool party. I went to pay my money. He stood right by the door where I had to walk by him. So I just ran up on him, and I'm like, "What's up?" And that's just what it was. He didn't make no sudden moves. So I figured that, you know, that dog wasn't in him to fight like that. So I put my hand up first, and then he put his hand up, and we dapped, and we left it alone. So that was that story, right? I told that on Razor Raze for what it was. The lead up seemed like all kind of something, but when it got down to it, it really was nothing. It's like, so yeah. But a lot of times, you know, people have to keep that same energy that you have online, on the internet, in real life. When you run up on people, you see their physicality. You see they 6'2", 6'3", 250 pounds, 270, 280, 285, 6'2", 6'3", and you all up in somebody's face with that energy. You got to keep that same energy. Yeah. Oh man, I'm not even going there with it like that, man. I'm not going there with it like that. No, he's a big dude. Shout out to Somethiung. Yeah, you know, yeah, he's a big guy. Physicality. I heard he used to play football back in the day. So, nah, he got some size. He's a big. I'm a big dude. So, basically, you was gonna have Godzilla and King Kong thumping. So, if it would have went there. And if it wasn't for the security in 808, that first night, it might have, because it was absolutely going there. But shout out to security, they separated us and whatever. So we said we was gonna just handle it or finish it at the pool party, right? Less security or whatnot. But at the pool party, he didn't make no sudden moves. I ran up on him. Seemed like he didn't have that dog in him, and we squashed it. That's what that was. But if he running up on other people, hey, it is what it is, man. This ain't about Tom Young though. This ain't really about Keith, right? Keith in the so-called street. Keith in the streets. It ain't even really about him. Zoom did that. Shout out to my homie Zoom. Zoom did that, and didn't work out too well for him. Oh man, this shit is crazy, man. This travel shit is crazy, man. What y'all niggas talking about, man? Right? The place where it's just too much pussy. Thailand has too much. Too much. If it's ever a word, if it's ever possible, Thailand has too much pussy. So it's crazy that you can even have the energy. Even when Tom ran up on me, I was with a chick. Ooh, thick chick too. Oh my god, she was thick. I was with a chick when he ran up on me in the club. Big boss, I want to talk to you. I'm with a chick, man. What the fuck? I don't know, man. I don't know. Now, we on bitches, man. That's what we about. And I'm going to get on that. This space is a motherfucking manga space. And I'm going to get on that. We on bitches. We about bitches for the most part. Money and bitches. Shout out to Ice Cube back in the day, right? To little kids looking up to me. To little kids looking up to me. Little kids looking up to me. Life ain't nothing but bitches and money. Hey, man, we about getting money, whether it's through crypto, working, investing, whatever the fuck you do. Trucking, shout out to the truckers. Whatever the fuck you do, we about stacking paper, right? Making money, making dollars, and going overseas, blowing and tricking. Fucking hoes. That's what we do. Boss it up, Bossy Leeny. These motherfuckers be on here. Oh, I go for the culture. You don't go for no motherfucking culture. You go for the hoes. You go for the pros. You go to fuck bitches. You go to get pussy. That's what I do. And that's what you do too. Motherfucker. Good point. Right? That's like fighting in a strip club. Who the fuck does that? All that ass and pussy and a shaking ass in your face. How do you have the wherewithal to want to fight a nigga? You want to fight a nigga with all that ass shaking? That's some suspect shit. Oh man, what's got going on? Oh, my bad. I had to run it back he came back with another $5. Shout out to Road to Take. That's 10. That's tension. Yes, sir. Let's keep them coming. Keep them coming. Big Boss will sue us over for a while. What's your thoughts? Okay. Because this is paid money for $5, I'm going to give you $5 worth. Because I'm talking about this tomorrow with D Blake. Shout out to D Blake. He's Willie. Day one Willie. I'm gonna have D Blake on tomorrow, a little bit earlier than this stream. And he was just in DR. Believe it or not, he went down there anyway. He's been back for a week. Yeah. So he was there 2 weeks ago. He's been back for 1 week. I've been trying to get him on. So he was just there 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna have him on the channel tomorrow. He's going to give his insights and how he was able to do what he needed to do and what he think about it. He was just there 2 weeks ago. I'm going to have him on tomorrow and we're going to chop it up. But you asked my thoughts. Bossy Boss thoughts, man. On some Stewart shit. I think the nail is the coffin. The nail was in the coffin, man. The writing's on the wall for it. They've been doing that over and over, like shout out to Great Flip Flop. Listen to him He'll tell you, oh, this happens every cycle, every other year, every couple years. This will blow over. What they say, this too shall pass. They like to say that. This too shall pass. This happens all the time. It's just what's the name? Back and forth. This one seems different. This one seems very different. This one seems like for real, like they going hard. So I think it's over for the way. I'm gonna say this. The Sasua that matter of fact wrote to take me and you that we know 2018, 2017, before the pandemic, right? Even 2019-ish. That old Sasua 2018, 2019, that shit gone. It's gonna be a new Sue. Oh man. And a new Sue, I believe it's digital. The hoes are online. They tucked inside. They're scared to be outside. Police is still gonna be running up and down the street. Somebody shared a communique from the Dominican police commanders in Sasua. They got word to pull out the heavy trucks, Jeeps, the trucks, and heavy vehicles. And now they're just going to focus on foot. They want to switch their standing from all that motorized patrols, very heavy, to having more officers walk up and down foot patrol and check in with the merchants and just kind of be a presence on every corner walking up and down. So it's still going to be, hey, you still kind of crap on my vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here at these hoes and y'all niggas still walking around with long guns. What's going on? All of my business. So it's not going to be the same. So all that, this open air electric, it's just split, the walking up and down, the different color spandex, like a rainbow, the blues and the yellows and the different shapes and sizes. And you just, like mangoes, reach out, pick one. Ooh, poppy, freaky. That shit gone. Gone with the way the dodo bird. So, it's just going to be a different vibe. You got to adapt. But then my thing is this. If that's what it is, then why go there? Outside of a short flight to other places. That was most of the draw for a nigga like me. I liked that lit environment. It was lit. They're all outside, walking about, out and about, you know what I'm talking about? That was lit. If you take that away and that was sanitized, and now you all have to be online because the family friendly is around and the police are around and everything is set up, all structured. The women are there. The women are tucked away. You gotta secretly meet with them on the line in the app. I mean, what the fuck? But y'all niggas love it. Not you. Them niggas love it, man. So it's not the same suit. That's my opinion. But again, I will have D Blake on tomorrow. He was just here 2 weeks ago. He's been back for 1 week. He's going to talk about how he got down and what he saw just 2 weeks ago. About a week ago, shout out to Roll the Tape. Keep the motherfucking cash apps. Well, super chats coming. We going to get into it, man. We are going to get into it. First of all, on this, what's the name? This Verzuz had Keys in the streets and Flyboy Wayne. If they would have did theirs at the top of the year, perfect timing, January, right after New Year's. I want to say it was supposed to be January 4 or January 5. Shout out to Carter 4. Carter 4 did all the hard work in the background, setting up, promoting it like a bootleg Don King. Carter 4 did all the work, set that up. Everything was ready to go. And then Mr. Keys in the streets got cold feet. Mr. Keys in the streets got cold feet and pulled out. Oh, man. Talking about it got personal. Flyboy did a video on his own son. He talked about his own self. You know what I'm saying? Giving context to the battle and what he do and why he do it for. He talked about his own situation. And then Mr. Keys in the street said he used that as an excuse. Oh, he bringing up family. It's family. It's personal. What the fuck? So then he backed out. And so had he not backed out, it would have went down. He probably would have lost, and that's why he backed out. But even if he'd have lost, it still would have been good for the culture because that would have been our first real battle versus in the travel space, and that would have set the tone. You know, two real travelers. Shout out to Flyboy. Two real deal travelers. And Keith is a traveler. You know, whatever. He's a traveler. I get it. That would have been a very good versus in January, the top of the year. It would have set the tone for everybody. We had to go most of the whole fucking year, 7-8 months, in fucking August. And then we got two other people, two smaller YouTubers to go at it. That he's put the battery in their back and got it on his channel, right? And so now when these two smaller YouTubers go at it, hey, they do what they do. Shout out to both. Shout out to Pop. Shout out to Homies Hub. They did their thing. That shit was lit. That shit was fire. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed both of it. It was dope. They did what they were supposed to do. They kept it lit. In doing that, all right, just being themselves, showing their footage, they also set the tone now. So now going forward, if we have any other versus battles in this space, you know what they're gonna be about. They're gonna focus on hoes. Because ass. That's what it's gonna be about. It ain't gonna be about the sights. It ain't gonna be about the foods. It ain't gonna be about you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be about the excursions or activity. And then second of all, the rule that 2 minute shit is too short anyway. So even if they do redo it, they need to have at least 3 minutes. I mean, motherfuckers do got patience. Niggas sit down and watch live streams for fucking 7-8 hours. Niggas would sit down and watch a live stream with niggas talking, right? On the panel, not cammed up, cammed down on the avatar shit. 50 niggas on the panel, 8, 9, 10 niggas on the panel, all cammed down. Niggas would just be in the chat, trolling and talking shit for 7 or 8 hours. They can sit their ass still watching video for 3 hours. Because even after what? Oh, that went too fast. Because it was lit. Man, it's over already. You figure 2 minutes. 3 times, 6 minutes. And 2 people, that's only 12 minutes. That's not even 15 minutes. You have a whole build up, hella hype, hella shit, live stream 2-3 hours on 12 minutes of content. Yeah, them videos could be down there 5 minutes. It should be like a max. It should be like a range, like a 3 to 5 minutes. Now, more than 5 minutes, like people are like, I get it. But that 2 minute shit, I didn't think that did nobody no favor. Because when it's that quick, you're down there like a YouTube short. It's like a short. Oh, now, hell, even YouTube shorts give you 3 minutes now. The YouTube shorts used to be 60 seconds, you know, vertical 60 seconds. But now YouTube shorts are 3 minutes, up to below 3 minutes. So that's shorter. That shit was shorter than the YouTube short. Only thing you don't get in that, you're gonna get a quick hit, dope thing hit. That means your editing got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? You got to switch your frame, show this, show that. And you got to squeeze and pack everything in only 2 minutes. And your brain has to, the brains and eyes have to process it. And fill up the girls. And again, what type of show? Like, hey, I'm walking down the trail. I'm going up a mountain. I'm getting on an hang glider thing. I'm sitting down eating. You can't do all that. Just on the 2-minute premise, you pretty much made it be a quick music video where you gotta flash ass every couple of seconds, every 5 seconds. That shit was way too quick. It's not enough time to really bring out what you're trying to get out of it. Basically, that 2-minute shit made it like a music video. First of all, but what was really getting me after looking at it, and I'm not even talking about the two brothers right now. Y'all been talking about that at nauseam. What I'm talking about is the motherfucking aftermath. That's what I'm talking about. We see, okay, regardless of how you feel, it wasn't a panel of judges. And you know, on some real shit, I almost thought it should have been a panel of judges at first. I thought it should have been a panel of judges because, you know, my original thinking was that we leave it to the people, and who knows if everybody's gonna watch it at one time, right? A lot of time people watch it on replay. Niggas be busy, all this shit. So you only going from the group of people who watching right then and there, and depending on their makeup. Heavy. Within the crowd, you can be like more than half the audience can be like a fan of one nigga, right? And then, you know, so to kind of make it more fair, you just have a panel of impartial judges. But then I thought about that too. In this space, where are we going to get impartial judges? The judges will obviously be content creators, right? Most likely, the judges will be tier or high subscriber count, big channel content creators. And as we all know, content creators have relationships. That's how YouTube works. I'm going to tell you, YouTube is about relationships on the back end. So there's all kind of unspoken relationships on the back end. So now you got your judges supposed to be impartial, but the judges will be big content creators who got relationships. And so that, now that I thought about it, I said that wouldn't be too fair. Not in this space. This space is not the space to do that. Maybe in somebody else's space, but not in this motherfucking space. So the best thing would have been and would happen, throw it out to the people. Now it is what it is. Good thing you had 500 people watching. Good thing it wasn't only like 200 people or 130 or like 100 people watching, right? And then within that makeup of the 500, it is what it is. if most of the people in that 500 is all from one day, it is what it is at the end of the day. But more fair is just to throw it out. Like, to me, just throw it out to the crowd. Let the crowd do whatever they do. Because when you get to the judges, it could be like controlled at the top, like Illuminati. So just let the people decide. And the people decided twice. They ran a vote. In the first vote, a certain brother won. Now, the brother that won on the first vote was the underdog. He was unlikely. He wasn't the champ. People didn't like him. He wasn't supposed to win. It was set up for him to lose. He was supposed to be a stepping stone come up for the other one. But he won. So after they won the first poll, they threw another poll out. Then the nigga won the second poll, back to back, back to back. And the cold part about it, when I was on my phone, I wish I would have screamed with this shit, man. Because when the polls was going on, especially the second poll, the first one too, especially when they ran it back and did the second poll, early part of the poll had Homie's Hub leading more. At one point, he was up 60-some%. But as more, it recalculates as more votes are flooding in. As more votes are flooding in, at one point, I wish I would have screen recorded it. I was looking at it. Homie's Hub was up like in the 60s, in the 67. And Chapter Cobb, he was like in the 30-something. But then as more votes came in, it went like this, and it stopped. That's even that shows you the traction. It shows you that upward drive, that traction, that Homie's Hub was just ahead of him. He was ahead, up by 60%. He was up by 60. As more votes came in, it kind of went down. And on the second poll, he won on the first. So then what we got to do? You know what that shit remind me of? About a month or two back. Shout out to ISO Speed. He raced that's wannabe fast Instagram nigga, Austin something. You know, he be running all of his Instagram videos in slow motion, all the shit. And then little IShowSpeed beat his ass. And he kept beating him over and over and over. He beat him 4 fucking times. 4 times. Like Austin couldn't take the L. And so what ended up happening when you not mature enough to take your L, then you just keep getting whooped worse and worse and worse. 4 times. And then one of the time, then the Austin dude fell flat on his face. I think he fell on his second or the third race. So when homie Hug won twice, he won twice. What happened? Would you would have run it 3 times? But if you won it 3 times, you would have to run it 5 times. Y'all know how numbers work. Because it have to be the best out of what? So he won twice, back to back. So what? You want to run it one more time, third? But it's okay. But then that's 1 on 2. It is 4, 2 on 2. You would have to run it 5 times. Best out of 5. See, that's that type of shit. And so what prompted me to make this is when I saw the aftermath. It wasn't even a what's the name. What's the name was what it was. I'm living like everybody else. But when I saw that, I'm like, wow. Lizzie Glaze City. Lizzie Glaze City. Okay. I see what this is about. I said, you know what? I'm going motherfucking live. I said in the motherfucking chat. What we talking about, man? What we talking about? Here we go. Super chat. Italian Stallion, aka the Gangster Bankster. Let's join Big Bossy Boss on this next trip to Kenya. This place has to be the best girls for adult entertainment. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. Hold on for the one time, man. Oh, man. Yeah. So, on that one, you know, you throw me off. It's Africa, and I was going to announce this tomorrow. I might talk about this a little later in the show when I get more of my talking points out the way. Believe it or not, since you broached it, Italian Stallion, it's coming faster, sooner than later. It had moved up. I have to, because of my job situation, I actually have to take it faster. I got to get it out the way before October 1. So I was going to go for my birthday. And y'all know my birthday is Halloween, October 31st. I was going to go for my birthday at the end of October. Now I got to get the whole trip done before October, meaning September, and it's August. So now, snap call. I got to jump off the porch, go to Africa sooner than later. The Bossy Boss might have a fundy. Oh man, I'm glad I never talked too bad about dudes who do fundy. Too bad. It looked like Boss might have to do a fundy myself, like soon. It looks like Big Boss will be going to Africa next month in September. Oh man, stay tuned. And Italian Stallion, you was there almost for all my streams. You know how I get down, right? You know how I did my little live stream. I could have been outside with the camera a little more. I do got footage tucked away. Maybe I need to do a Verzuz on somebody. I do got a lot of footage tucked away I never put out when I was outside. But you know what I did? I was live. I did my lives in my Airbnb room with all the chicks, you know, on my Barber World Zoe shit. Had them stand up, turn around, twirl around. And you was liking that tall one, that girl who was 6'1", and she said her sister was 6'3". Oh man, hey, you know what it is. You know what it is. So I'm gonna be lit again, bruh. But yeah, man, let me get back to what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to Italian Stallion, my moderator, for the $5. But yeah, okay. Boom. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I heard. This ain't getting confirmed. I ain't really waited to confirm it, but like multiple people kept saying it that Austin Hall lost some endorsements. Guess what? Not for losing the race. The race is the race. He didn't allegedly lose endorsements for losing the race to ISO Speed, the little kid or little grown man kid, internet sensation that beat everybody at everything, right? He didn't lose his endorsements for losing a race. He lost endorsements for not taking the L. He lost endorsements for being immature about it. Austin Hall, who lost the race to ISO Speed, he lost endorsements for being immature and not taking the L, and the way he deported himself. He really tarnished his brand. Instead of simply taking the fucking L, you got that. Let's run it back. Oh, now let me take off my shoes. Now let me do it barefooted. Now let me do. What's all this stuff? Nigga, if you lost, you lost. If you lost, you lost, nigga. What are we doing? But see, hold on. What you say? Just at home. Everyone on that panel has favoritism. Exactly. So you know what? I regress. I'm glad there wasn't no. If they had set judges, if they had judges that were content creators, we know who would have won. If they would have had judges, if the judges were the content creators, we know who would have won. But you throw it out to the people, and that homie's HUD won, the people's champion. So in a real way, when he was being funny, he said, boom, yay, boom, the people from the people's champ. What they saw themselves on two different poles, back to back, two different poles. And like I said, I wish I would have screamed. I didn't think to do that, right? Because it's not that, well, I guess. But at the time, it's not that deep. It's not that serious. We having fun. And I watched it. Homie's HUD was up like 60-something%, 65, 66. You know, and with that, and then Pop shouted to him, he was like at 37, 38 type shit. You know, that's how it, as the votes are flooding in. Homie Hub, after we all took in, we saw what we saw, and we went to vote, Homie Hub was up there. But then more started coming in, and then it started evening out. That's a clear win. That's just still, even whatever, that's a clear win. It's not about what you think or I think. Now, at the end, I'm going to give my opinion, but I kind of didn't want to even make it on that. I didn't want to make it on that because, like the Austin Hall race, it's not, to me, it wasn't about the winning and the losing because that shit was dope. That shit was fire. It was lit. It wasn't the winning and the losing. It was the what? How you handled it. How you handled the losing. Losing sponsorships. How you handle immature high school kids. You regress emotional. You get emotional. Revert back to high school. The cool kids at the cool table. The nerds at the nerd table. High school. Mob mentality. Favoritism. The way you handled it. The glazing. That was the issue. Boom. Boom. Back in elementary, I'm gonna Diane breathe. Shout out Tupac. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Man, you on some other shit, man. You on some other shit. Yeah, I remember it. You did. Yeah, that was 6 weeks ago? Yeah, you were there. You were there. Wow. Right before the Raze. Literally before the Raze. I was on a Tuesday. I was doing my Travel Talk Tuesday. One of them, right? I was doing my Travel Talk Tuesday. And I dropped the link, which I rarely do. I don't bring niggas up for the most part. My show, I talk. Y'all listen. This ain't a panel show. This ain't a panel. What I call it, this ain't a panel channel. 8, 9 niggas all up on the panel, and then they all camp down on top of that. You got 10 fucking avatars all talking over each other. This ain't a panel channel. This is real talk. I talk. I really don't bring people up. But I have brought you up. And really, to be honest, the reason I brought you up, because your ass, you were in Sasua. You were boots on the ground. And looked like you was relaxed. You know what I'm saying? All the shit. But when you came up and you cammed up and you were on my live, you were in Sasua before the raids, and even then you said it was dead. But I chalked it up because, okay, so what we talking then? That's still summer, 6 weeks. So what's that, July-ish, June? Because we know that shit goes up and down, right? A lot of the girls don't live in Sasua, right? A lot of them. Some do. But we all know they come from around the island. They come from around the island, and they all come to Sasua, to trap, to work, to sell that box. And so we have high seasons and low seasons, and there's times when it is kind of like a ghost town. Not a lot of girls around per se, right? So I didn't know how to look at it like that, other than I focused on another aspect you said. You said them prices were still crazy. And that was an indicator. Here it is. It's low season. Not a lot of tourists in town. So it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of guys in town. So it's X amount of girls in town. So basically a low season, would you still want $100? $80? You're acting funny. Having an attitude with your face twisted on anything less than 80. If I try to give you 60, you gotta really give me whack ass service or a rush job to get out of there. Really? And this is fucking low season. And you should be lucky because not a lot of people are here. There's not a lot of gringos and not a lot of money around. You better get this money. You better get this bread. And you acting like that. Just from that, I'm cool off. But y'all know Bossy Boss. I don't fuck with you like that. You're right. You came on here right before the raid. Right before the raids, and you told me it was dead. And then look what happened. Oh man. Beast likes it. Pies Groupies was butt hurt that he lost. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Now I still have a lot of respect for Pop. Shout out to Pop. More respect for Pop than Keys in the Streets. But Pop held it in for the most part. And I get that. When you lose, and it's a close loss, a razor's edge loss, that can hurt, that can sting. You figure it can go either way. You're like, damn, if I only would have did this, that, and the third. A close loss, or sometimes if you just get blowed out the water, that's one thing. You're like, oh shit, nigga. Right? If you just get blowed out the water, that's one thing. But if you lose on a, or let alone if you lose on the technicality, oh my goodness. Yeah, then you have a riot. Then you have a fucking riot. Then the fans were right, and that's what we saw. The fans were right. Shit, I'm a Raider fan, so I know, right? If you lose on the technicality, but yeah, a close loss. Gotta sting, gotta burn. I get it. But shout out to Pop. He handled it pretty well. I can't take nothing from him. He felt the way, obviously showed. In his mind, he probably felt he got robbed. And he's entitled to feel like that with the work that he put in. But I'm saying from everybody else, we see the poll. The poll is the poll. What does it matter if it's by 3 votes or by 5 votes? So I ran the numbers. It looked like, I ran it through little Google shit type shit. I said out of 400 votes, and really I want to say it was 404. So by the time Keith shut it down, Keith said 400, but a few more snuck in. I want to say it was 404 or 406. I want to say it was 404, but we just say 400. We'll knock off those 400. Out of the 400, a 51% and a 49%, that comes down to a difference of 8 votes. I said, okay, wow. So this came down to 8 votes, not even 10, to 8. It wasn't 50, it wasn't 30, it wasn't 2 or 3, it wasn't 5. It was 8, a full 8 votes. So even then, and that's close. Damn, that's close. 8 votes. It came out of 8. But guess what? A win is a win. A win is a win. 8 or not, a win is a win. So, and it's not about per se what you think, because we all think what we think. Like even me, I'll share my shit at towards the end, but I didn't want to really focus on that because it's not about really who I thought won or lost. It's what the poll is, what the poll said. It's not even what I said, it's what the poll said. Now I voted in the poll, right? I voted in the poll, but so it's like collective. You got to get off into the collective, not what you think. Yeah, you can think this, that, the third. Oh, this, that. Yeah, and I get that. And as American citizen, we have a right. You have a right to think that and express it and say it to a point, right? To a point, you have a right to think that. You're a free thinking human being. You see what you see. You think what you think. You have your feelings. You're entitled to your personal feelings of what you think. This, that, and the third. But the poll is the poll. The poll is the poll. The people spoke. The people spoke outside of you. So you can't be that childish and naive and to you want to wrestle and overtake the poll. Oh, they voted wrong. I could have swore I heard the homie say that. You know who you are? I could have swore I heard the homie say, and not homie's hub. I could have swore I heard the homie say the people voted wrong. And then he caught himself and he backtracked that statement. I called it out in the chat. I don't know if he actually saw it in the chat. The people voted wrong? What? The people voted wrong. Wow. They voted wrong because they didn't vote the way you wanted them to vote, so they vote wrong. Wow. That's how this works? The people voted wrong? The people voted wrong because they didn't vote it the way you personally think? Your personal opinion? Wow. That's crazy. What'd you say? Everyone on that panel has favoritism. It was not fair. It was glazed. Everyone knew homie's shit was better. I sent the matter of fact, I did it in the super chat. Someone give me more super chat. I said something. What did I say in the super chat? I said basically, you won, homie. I said, homie, I said something. Let's see if I can find it. I screenshot it. I sent it in the super chat. When that shit happened. Oh, okay. That's a second. Damn. That's not what did I say on this one? So I did 2 super chats. This was the thing for yesterday. I'm gonna read in this one. It was a little $5 super chat. Whatever. It's blurry. I said, people gonna glaze pop after 400 people voted. 400 plus. People gonna glaze pop after 400 plus people voted. You won. Okay, this is it. You won, HH. Take your bow and step down. He should have did the first versus the flyboy. But here we are. Boom. People gonna glaze after 400 plus. You won, HH. Take your bow and step down. Keith should have did the first versus with Flyboy. Man, you should have saw it. After the win, all of the pie people started just flooding in, jumping up on the panel, crying foul. I'm like, wow. That's what prompted me to do this tonight. Not even a battle. Not even a battle. It's the what? It's the reaction. It's the aftermath. It's the aftermath. That's what prompted me to do it. Who it is? Wrong here. Salute. Super on the Travels. Oh yeah, all day. He was lit. He was lit. He was interacting with the chick. Ooh, the one that got me. And when he poured the champagne in the bitch's mouth, like I said, oh, I said, man, you ain't Bossy Boss, man. Who you think you is? I said, okay. Oh, he was lit. We saw that. People saw what they saw. And right after the what's day, he was up at 60%. But there's more came and just went down. Okay, fine, we get that. That means he was just winning. So what's all this other stuff after the fact? Motherfuckers tried to change. They try to run a narrative after the fact on some favoritism shit. And I don't like shit like that. For real. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that type of shit. That's what prompted me to do this. I wasn't even gonna do it. What's the name? But yeah, man. Yep. You won. Okay, now I get to my personal opinion, I guess. My personal opinion and the way I voted. I looked at all of it like everybody else, just like you, all the same. I voted Homie Hub. Now, when I voted Homie Hub, I didn't know if Homie Hub was going to win. Because I still know Homie Hub was an underdog. I liked it, his stuff, but that's me. I didn't know how to be honest, when I voted Homie's Hub, I still thought he might lose to Pop. Even though to me, in my opinion, we all got an opinion. My opinion, it should just hit harder, right? In the moment. And see, that's what that 2 minute shit. And I'm gonna say this: that 2 minute shit actually helped Homie's Hub. He should have had it 3 to 5 minutes. Don't stifle somebody's creativity. Motherfuckers gonna sit there and watch it. Yes, generally, niggas do have short attention spans like a motherfucking flea. They got attention spans like a flea. Like if it's more than 10 seconds, motherfuckers fall asleep. But in this space, one good thing I can say in this space, me, you, y'all, we do live streams. We listen to niggas for hours. So I can say in this space, we're conditioned. I think this space has better attention spans than other spaces. We can sit down and listen to some shit. We might have our little herb, our vibe. We might have our drink. Oh, I might get lit in a minute. We have our drink. We have our what's the name. We do what we do. Shit, we have it on in the background. You know, it's just talking shit, cleaning up the house, whatever. Playing the game, playing the system on one, having it on what's the name? We have some type of attention span. You didn't have to make it no fucking 2 minutes. On the 2 minute, that's just going to be a dopamine hit. 2 minutes is going to be a quick dopamine hit. Hella music, just flashing, girl's ass, that's it. Boom, it's over. It's not, hey, I'm outside, hey, I'm riding around in a little tuk-tuk, in a little go-kart shit, and the local man taking me here, hey, that's travel shit. That's what, but what do we see? We saw booties. We saw ass. What we got? Oh, shit. Love Entertainment, my moderator. Shout out to Love Entertainment from the soil. Man, Oakland. Didn't even see that notification. Oh, man, my bad. We back cooking with what? You didn't see the notification? But we back cooking with what? Gas-0-Leeny, fire content. How you guys doing tonight? You know what it is, boss. I got branded too, nigga. It's gonna take off one day. Change your trip fund, man. For real. We gonna have to get into that. This ain't about that. And so I just breached it to the homie moderator Italian Stallion. Looks like T-Love, I'm going to Africa a whole month early. Fuck. So real fast in a major way, I'm gonna have to put some shit together. So Fundy coming soon. This ain't the Fundy though. This ain't the Fundy though. Boss is going back to Africa fast. So y'all that fuck with me, put your money where your mouth is. Oh man, shout out. Oh yeah, absolutely. And the shit was lit. And the shit can go both ways. I'm just saying who I thought won. And like I was saying, before I got that $20 super holler, I thought that even though I chose Homie's Hub, I thought he still might lose. One, because it's close. Both was fire. It was close. Both was cool. So I'm like, man, if it's that close and everybody likes Pie and Homie's Hub is the underdog and it's close, so I'm just going to go with my heart. I said, oh, shit, he actually won. He pulled it off. And I wasn't the only one. I wish I would have screen recorded my phone. As I'm looking at the poll numbers, he was up by the 60. In the 60 at first. Until my votes came in. I said, oh, shit. A win is a win. You won. Straight up. That's what the people said. The people said that. But individuals try to get up there and work it. I said, wow, look at that. Look at that. And like I said, if Keith would have did the first one and stood on business, if Keith in the Streets would have did the first one with Flyboy, that would have set the tone. It would have set the tone way back in January. But he got spooked. He got scared. He made excuses. Keith dropped out. And we didn't have no verses the hell alone. And then you get these two YouTubers. Then you put it on your platform. You raking all the views. You do about 4-5 lives on it back to back. Oh, a pre-live, the actual live, the after party live, the next day live, my thoughts on the live, and this and that. Oh man, come on now. So now we see what it is. So now going forward with these verses, they're gonna be hoe heavy. They're gonna be less inclined to show food, to show sites, to show excursions and this and that. It's gonna be more than motherfucking same in this motherfucking travel space. In this travel space, right? You say, Ronin Travels. I got up on the panel 100 and said the same thing. Okay, shout out to you. I must not have saw that. I just started watching that at the point. It turned into a glizzy fest. It started turning into a glizzy fest, and I saw the play. I said, "Oh, they trying to talk my man out of his win." The guy clearly fucking won twice, back to back, and now after the fact, here come the cleanup crew trying to talk him out of his win. I stopped watching. Real talk. Pop only took the first round. By the third, not only the edit, but AJ's rap, it was, that's dope. I did not know that. So, hey, kudos. I don't really think that matters a lot. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that, I guess they say on his third one, that was Homie's Hub rap. To be honest, I wasn't paying attention to the words anymore. I was looking at the ass. I'm a real nigga, right? I keep it real. I'm looking at the ass. I wasn't listening to the words anyway, and I didn't know that was his rap. I didn't know that till this morning. Shout out to Ice City 510. I tuned into Ice City's reaction, his thoughts on it, and he said that last song was Homie's Hub's song, rap song. Nope, I don't think it mattered, and I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. It had no bearing. I'm looking at the ass. I'm looking at the edit. So shout out to him. Yeah, but like I say, that's what prompted me to do this. was the reaction afterwards, the aftermath. I'm like, wow, these motherfuckers are really glizzy glazing. These niggas really dick riding. They D-riding, they dick riding, they glizzy glazing, capping. What? I'm like, that's what we do? That's what we doing? I said, wow. I said, I'm going live about this shit tomorrow, man. This shit is ridiculous. This shit is crazy. Motherfucker, take your L. But I can't even say that about Pop because it was what. So it wasn't even Pop. I guess it's the space. And this is still generally about the space. Because I don't never want to hear now motherfucker in this space talk about they travel for culture, they travel for sight, they travel for the food, to meet the different peoples and this and that. Nigga, you travel for hoes, you travel to fuck pussy. That's what you do. This is a motherfucking monger space. And that Verzuz only proved it. That Verzuz only proved this is a motherfucking monger space. Yeah, I wonder if Ace Live, Check in Effect, Passport Heavy, I'm wondering them motherfuckers could win in this space if they don't show no bitches with asses. And because it's already a trip, I already noticed that even the big YouTubers that don't focus on women per se on camera, they be still having bitches in the thumbnail and bitches backside, females backside booties in the thumbnail. And I no names because relationships, you and me, right? And I'm just talking about just a trend, an aspect. So wow, big time YouTuber, big YouTuber, 500,000, this and that, the third, real traveler. Sure got a lot of big booty girls in your thumbnail. So I wonder, could a Ace Live win in some shit, in our space with us? And I throw us in because I'm the same like y'all. That's different. I realize that. I'm no better. I'm no different. I got my flaws. I got my hangups. I got my quirks. I got my tricks. We all the same. And that's how I can call it out. You might as well hear it from a brother. You might as well hear it from one of us. Instead of a white man calling you out. So I wonder if Ace Live or Check can win in this type of environment. Because you know what we appreciate and what we focus on. And here it is. Pop is a more traveler. 22 countries. Wow. Shout out to him. Yeah, I only got 5 countries. 5 or 6. I don't be counting Mexico, man. I don't count Mexico. One, Mexico ain't overseas, but that's the case. South America ain't really overseas. It's landmass. But yeah, I got about 6-7 countries. And Pop has 22 countries. Wow, that's a real motherfucking traveler. And you figure if you got 20-something countries, that's a lot of footage. What YouTuber, including me, what YouTuber put out everything? I mean, shit. Just the editing alone, man. You come back from trips after trips, so much unused footage. And you were like, what am I gonna use this for? Use it for B-roll, chop some little shit stuff, throw it out for shorts, maybe put some shit on Instagram. It's not really enough for like a real video per se. Kind of random ass shit where I'm filming this and this and that. What I'm gonna do with all this raw footage? Every YouTuber goes through that. So 22 countries? Wow. I'm sure he got enough ammunition. Pop has enough ammunition to probably do 3 or 4 verses back to back. And not that he should, back to back. Other people, should get it popping, should get lit. But 22 countries. You have all those countries. Then then you should have been able to put together more footage. What you get, but then again, it goes back and forth to the 2-minute shit. Like I guess he set up that 2-minute shit. That 2 minutes doesn't give you enough time to be creative and tell your story, right? To tell your story through narration. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Homie Hub. People give Homie Hub hell for that first video. I still like this first video. It started slow, but he tried to tell a story in a little 2 minutes. He's kind of squeezing it in. He told a little story. Told it through edits and AI. The funeral pop. It had pop on a casket. The funeral, the people standing around, casket going down, the doves flying off. Then the one dove fly back on screen and go to Colombia over the map, and then land on the ground and the dove go up. That's when you get creative and you can start telling stories with your 2 minutes. What can you do in fucking 2 minutes? That's a motherfucking booty shaking recipe. That's what the fuck that is. That's a booty shaking recipe. The 2 minute what's the name? So first of all, the next time you have these damn verses, they need to be 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes to allow the creator to create, to use his imagination and creation, tell a story and weave a story, and show that, you know, maybe in 3 minutes, 4 minutes that he's riding around in a little tuk-tuk. He's going to this shop, going to that shop. He's interviewing, got this girl laughing. You know, he's trying a scorpion, and this and that. He's up on a hang glide shit. You know, can't squeeze that shit no damn 2 minutes. What the fuck? Yes. Big time. Say that. Big time. Rello made it 1,000 times worse for Power, really. And trying to go hard for his friend, his buddy, Rello made it 1,000 times worse for Power. The good thing is Pop didn't bite all into it, lean into it too heavy. From what I saw, I stopped watching because the glaze. I couldn't take that much glaze on Keys in the Streets channel. I couldn't take that much glaze on Keys in the Streets channel. I stopped watching. But yeah, Rello made it 1,000 times worse. Trying to gaslight everybody, but that's what Rello does. Rello gaslights people already. He gaslights people to send the money. He takes people money. He uses it for his own personal shit, to pay his personal bills, pay his car note, to pay his own bills. He uses people money. He uses the travel money for his personal shit. And then he asks for more money again for the travel. And they get to the travel, then fuck off the money because he know people going to give it to him. And then mid-trip, gaslight you again for some more money. Rello's a gaslighter, man. He's a manipulator. I know guys like him. He's little. He's a little tiny dude. So they rely on words, like women. Like women, they rely on words. They can't use strength and brawn, so they rely on words. They try to manipulate you like real weaselly. He's trying to gaslight all the shit. Trying to rework a narrative. Nigga, we saw what we saw. He tried it hard. But all he did was he made it worse. Trying to go hard for Pop, Rello made it 1,000 times worse. Shout out to DJ Pathros. Justin Home. I couldn't watch the glaze. I had to turn it off and watch it. Shout out to you. I didn't do no tennis, but no, same. I stopped watching because of that. It started getting sick to my stomach. The glaze factor kicked in full effect. I had to stop watching because that's what made me do this. That's what determined in my mind to do this when I saw the glaze. I said, what the fuck? Because the battle was a battle and the battle was lit. That glaze shit and not taking the L cheapened it. It made it worse. And so, and unfortunately, in this space, what you expect in this space, the maturity level of most of us in this space, what you're gonna expect. So I guess we gotta have to get used to that going forward with these verses. The maturity level in this space. people gonna glaze and all this other kind of shit. And we just gotta stick to the numbers, man. Numbers. You gotta stick to the numbers. Not your feelings, not your personal feelings. How you feel is not your feelings. You gotta stick to the numbers. What the people say. It is what it is. Sometimes shit be close. They have races when they be I show speed in Austin. They have races that it comes down very close. It's a term for that called photo finish. Both of them athletes are very good, the top of their game. Any given day, is what they ate for breakfast, how much sleep they got that night, and both of them are both equally good. And they take off, and they basically both cross the finish line to the point they got to bring out that special camera that got that lens and look at the ground and see whose foot landed first. Sometimes it's that close. But a win is a win. If you win, then you win. If you didn't fall back. If you didn't fall back and shake his hand. I know it stings. I know it stings and burns. When it's close, it's going to sting and burn. It's going to. The closer it is, the more it stings. But sometimes it comes down to a photo finish. It only could be one. How many of y'all remember the old Highlander movies? How many of y'all remember the old Highlander movies? They were a little hokey. I like time, but they're a little hokey. They had a cool premise. I don't know if any of y'all old enough to remember the Highlander movies. White dudes in Europe, and I guess they lived a long time, and it came to the nowadays, and they were basically immortal, and the only way they can die, you have to chop off their head. And I think only another immortal can do it. Even a regular person can do it. Well, if they can hold the sword, chop the head off. They have to chop off their head. And the whole thing was there can only be one. Now, mind you, it was a bunch of them spread out all over the world. But whenever they were drawn to come in contact with each other, whenever they come in contact, they have to battle. They have to. Even if they're friends or whatever, they have to battle because the code there only can be one. They have to battle to the death and chop off the head. And that was the whole thing. There only can be one. Have to battle. Have to. Chop off heads, there's only one. There only can be one! Highlander, old movie. Okay, whatever. I'm old. There only can be one. Sometimes it comes down to a photo finish. Fall back. Congratulate. Don't hate. And definitely don't glizzy glaze. Oh, man. Oh, man. Shout out to my guy, Keith Jenkins. Old school Keith Jenkins, man. You got them AI photos popping, man. I know you wish you looked like that in real life, man. I stay in the gym long enough, I'm going to look like that. I stay in the gym long enough, I'm going to look like your AI avatar, nigga. Real life. Shout out to Keith Jenkins. He's a member. You guys become a member. I need to put more shit in my memberships. But yeah, you got to be a member. I have a few. And Keith Jenkins is actually a member of my channel. Oh, man. Shout out Keith Jenkins. Oh, man. Yeah, sometimes it comes down to a photo finish. This photo finish was 8 votes. This photo finish was 8 votes. It came out of 8 votes. 8 out of 400. That's good. That's very good. That means it's close. Relatively close. So you should better hold your head up high. Hold your head up high. That's very good. But it's still a loss. It's still a loss. Not 8. 9 again. Because really, it was 404 or more. When he's cut it at 400, a few more had slipped in. And I saw 404. And I think it was more than 404. But we just say 400. And even at the 400, 51, 49, It's a difference of 8. You lost. So it doesn't matter after the fact when the people vote that people pull up on panels and try to gaslight you into the shit when people have the right to vote how they want to vote. And then the homie almost said that people voted wrong. Wow. People voted wrong? People voted wrong because they didn't vote the way you wanted to vote, so they voted wrong? Wow. That's crazy. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Hold on. That's okay. All right, thank you. Oh, okay. Well, you can hear me. All right, it's all good. I'm gonna be on a bit longer. Shout out to you. That's Razor Raze. I just shared the live stream on his community post. Okay, still outside at the moment. Hey man, it's Saturday night, bro. Do your thing, Raze. Shout out to Razor Raze. Yeah. You said you're still outside. Still outside at the moment. All right, it's all good. I did all that because he said the thumbnail and then the title. I might have to change the little title after the fact. But shout out to Razor Raze. Yeah, man, he's gonna come up here. He's gonna come up here with me. Justin Home. Every single straight man who's been outside of country gets it. Thank you. Thank you. What y'all talking about, man? Jason, like I always say, boss, these YouTubers are nothing but sex to it. Shout out to you for always keeping it. Hey, man. That's what we is. You too. That's what we is. And this verses only solidified that. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing after this. Oh, I travel for the culture. I travel for the food. Nigga, you travel for box. Just like everybody else. Oh, man. The fuck? What's going on? What we doing, man? What we doing? What we doing? Yeah. Pretty much. That 2-minute shit too short. It doesn't allow for the creators to be creative, to really express their shit. Really, it's going to be about travel. You're going to show travel experience outside. You know, the different ins and outs of these countries, these cultures. You got to squeeze all that in a 2-minute booty popping video? No. Homie Hub won twice, 2 polls. Yeah, someone had said the first poll was 42-37. Homie's Hub, and then that's why Keith immediately ran it back. Then when I think I did see that because I knew it was 2 polls, and that first poll it went away so fucking fast, but it showed Homie's Hub. But yeah, someone has screenshotted at 40. Had Homie Hub at 42 and Pop at 37. So that was actually a greater percentage, a difference. 42-37. But that means all of it is not in though. That's not 100%. All of it's not in. Oh, because that's right. He had a third option. It was like Pop, Homie's Hub, or they both won, or something like that. So I think that's lame. I don't think you should have a third option. That pulls away from say what it is. Let your yes be a yes and your no be a no. On something like that, where it's like money on the line, and you know it's kind of a real deal. You don't like have a third option. It's just yes or no. So I think on that first one, I think that's why it didn't equal 100, because the second poll, 51-49, that equals 100, right? But 42-37 don't equal 100, because I think it was like 20 or whatever. That difference was in that third little. They both won. Blah blah blah. The space won. You know, nobody lost. The space won. That bullshit. But even in that, homie Hub was up at that with 3 options. The third being whatever, he won at 42%. 42% over 37. And then Keith ran it back hella fast with only 2 options. When he ran it back, homie won again. And then in the beginning, he was up in the 60s until more votes came in and kind of evened out. A win is a win. Whether you want to even call that photo finish or not, where you got to put the camera on to see whose foot land first, a win it's a clear win from the people. If the people decide, the people decide. If the people vote, the people vote. You can't come back and try to change the narrative because you didn't like it and you don't agree with it. Okay, we get it. You think a certain way, you think this, you think that. We all think what we think, but the people decided. It is what it is. And you wonder why I call you glazing. You wonder why I call you glazing. I bet you. You wonder why I call you glazing. Oh, man. Yeah. But like I say, man, I'm not gonna be on here all night with this bullshit. Tomorrow I will be on here with the homie, fellow Willie. Freezing up. Yeah, but with the homie D Blake. Hold on, what's up with my shit though? That's interesting. Yeah, so like I said, I ain't gonna be in here all night, man. What say y'all? No, I'm not dropping the link. You can say what you need to say in the chat. I mean, you done had enough panels. Niggas been paneling it up all damn weekend. 50 niggas in the panel. I just came on here to say what I needed to say. Oh, man. You know I'm an old ass nigga, man. I'm on to some shit. I'm not on to everybody. Larry June, huh? Larry June. Who's that nigga? Who's that nigga, man? Larry June, huh? Yeah, but that's it, man. Okay. Thanks for putting me on. I'm going to have to check them out. Okay. Shout out to him. I'm going to have to check him out. Thanks for putting me on. But yeah. Okay. Roll up for my shit, man. And on that. And that's crazy. Yeah. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. I covered pretty much every point. He asked what dropped out. It would have said the Black Travel Space is about moderator hoes. Yeah, man, that's about it. So anyway, Big Boss, real talk, man. Make sure y'all fuck with me tomorrow as I yeah, that's not really at the park though. Yeah, what you talking about? The first Friday? Yeah, it's not at the park. It's at the street down, like in downtown, off Telegraph. The park, I know you talking about the big park. A lot of people know is Mosswood Park, North Oakland, and Lake Merritt. But no, first Friday is held Telegraph. I did a little thing on it. I did one the last first Friday. I'm hella mad because the first Friday that was going to be in July fell on 4th of July. The 4th of July fell on a Friday. I was like, oh, that'd be dope. The first Friday of the month, first Friday on the 4th of July. You know, City of Oakland didn't want to have it on 4th of July. So in that one case, they made it on the second Friday, July 11th. I said, it's not fucking first Friday then. Just skipped it. Skip the month. It's not for first Friday, literally July 4th on a Friday. You don't want to have it on the 4th, so you skip it you put it to the next Friday. I said, I didn't even go that month. But I did go to the one for August, just last week, Friday. It was lit. I got a phone number. I got one phone number. But yeah, shout out to the first Fridays, man. This guy, we are officially in overtime. Razor Raze. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Razor Raze.
Yo, what up, Big Boss? Real talk. Salute,
That's
salute. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my manners? Big Boss. Take slow loss. In the building. Shout out to you in the chat. Man, Saturday. night, early Sunday. You know, I heard you talking about the big event that went down last night. The Verzuz Battle, Pop versus the Homies Hub, with the Homies Hub becoming victorious by a slim margin, 2-1 by most people's accounts. And yeah, we can discuss it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What up, guys?
Raze, let me get like you. Let me become an avatar king like you.
Yeah,
so,
man.
So first off, you know, let's level set this. Hats off to both people, to Pop and Homies Hub. It was a great contest. I loved it. It was fire dope. The problem to me was the aftermath. After the debate. And you know what? I guess I shouldn't have been surprised with this, with our space, with the level of maturity of guys we have in this space. I shouldn't have been surprised. But what got me was the aftermath. How that the losing side, the 49%, instantly went into glaze mode. Oh man.
Yeah, well, now you talk about some of the people that came on the panel and started like saying that Pop should have won. Obviously, I'll say this: it was a close enough, you know, result, 51% to 49%. And when we opened up the panel, obviously you was going to probably get some people to flood, especially on the losing side, right? To flood.
And that's what seemed like happened. The 49%, the vocal 49% on the losing side ratio.
Yeah, and I think maybe that probably would. Let's say if they would have said Pop would won 51-49, maybe you would have got a couple of people from Homies Hub probably would have popped on, because it is to plead his case. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. I mean, I can't really predict it, but you know the psychology of humans,
right?
You know, they went up like, oh no, we got screwed and this and that. So of course we know Pop has a big fan base though. Anyway, you know, so. Yeah. Now, Homies Hub was saying, you know, like a week ago that he was, you know, playing on the away court, the away team court, the home. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and I asked him, I said, well, you think this was a away game? You know what I'm saying? I was, you know, joking around about that, but you know, so I mean, you know, so when you are like on the other team's, you know, home court, you're gonna, you're gonna hear the fans. You know what I'm saying? You can still win the game, but you're gonna hear the home team fans, you know. Try to, you know. I mean, that's how I looked at it.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And of course, don't know. We can't read minds. We can't read the future or the past. But I would bet $100 that if this would have went the other way, if the crowd, if the people, if the grassroots 500 people cast 400 votes, if it would have went to Pop won by 3, 4, or 5 votes, you would have not had the glazing on the Homies Hub side.
Maybe not on that panel, because you got to remember, you know, Keith's channel, you know, Pop is a friend of that channel. So, of course, you know, a lot of people, he probably have more backers watching that channel. But you know what? I don't know. I can't really say what.
That's a panel. That's a panel. But when you talk about 400 votes cast, it wasn't 400 people on the panel. And
anybody could have, like, let's say, if Homies Hub would have lost. I mean, Keith opened up the panel. It wasn't like Keith was blocking people that supported Homies Hub from coming up there. So, I mean, it was no reason for them. He won. And now, somebody from Homies Hub camp could have said, you know what, I'm coming up there, and Homies Hub did deserve the win. But, you know, he got the one. He got the win. So maybe out of those 400, because that's a hell of a lot of people that voted.
Hello. You can't discount that.
Yeah, that's
not regular. That's not regular within our space. That's huge. So we finally get that. That's what we want. We finally get that, and you slap them in the face talking about they voted wrong.
Yeah,
they voted wrong because they didn't vote the way you want them to vote. They voted wrong. You slap all those people in the face.
Yeah, no. But my point is, out of those 400 people, so I guess 200 and so people voted for Homie Sub. If they wanted to come up there and tell people that, you know, hey, y'all guys are wrong about Pop, and Pop is the rightful loser, the panel was open. It wasn't like Keith was blocking anybody from coming on. That's what I'm saying.
So, that's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was open. It wasn't like, I mean, it just that Homie Sub won. So there really was no reason for anybody from Homie Sub, you know, that voted for him to come up there. I mean, unless if he would have lost, I mean, like the panel would have been open. I mean, that's how I see it. They just didn't go up there. I mean,
and I get that, and like you say, it's one of the things we never know because it didn't happen. Yeah. But I think it's common sense. It goes with, come on, that Pop was the favored choice to win. Homie Hub was the underdog on enemy territory, and the underdog pulled it off against all odds.
Well, let me be fair to Keith, because a guy did go up there. I forgot his name. He did go up there when the results first was read, and I believe it was before when the results first was read. And he was talking about, you know, he was bashing Homie Sub. He was like bashing Homie Sub, yeah. So, and Keith threw him off, and I was like, wait a minute, Keith. I said, wait a minute, Keith. I think it was Big Euro. It was a guy named Big Euro. And I said, wait a minute. You know, I know he's bashing Homie Sub. He was bashing Homie Sub. Keith threw him off, and like, you know, you catch you later on, you know, because we trying to just celebrate here. So Keith did throw him off, and I said, so you probably could blame me, because I said, well, no, Keith. You know, guys, people are gonna have emotions about this, and this is what we want. We want to generate emotion. We want people to care about this battle. You know what I mean? We really want people to care about the battle. So, you know, if people want to come on and say, you know, Pop should have won, hey, because we are trying to strike up emotions, that's why people are viewing. You know, we want people to care. You know, now people go overboard, of course. You know,
right?
You know, people, but I don't think people really went overboard bashing Homie's Hub to that extent. Like I said, the big Euro, he was up there, and Keith threw him off. But then I was like, yo, Keith, you know, let people have some emotion, because you know, this is an event. We got 500 people watching, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it makes for good TV.
Raze or Rage, ever the sensationalist. Yeah, you know what makes for good YouTube. Okay, I must have missed that.
But I didn't say all of that. I just told them, hey,
no, not you. The guy who came on bashing Homie's Hub and Keith threw him out. Was that later? Was that like a little later into the?
Yeah, that was after the result. Like when they. Now I was trying to think. I'm trying to stop myself. Was it like during the first 2 rounds? Remember, everybody sort of going up there, or was it after? I think it was after. I think it was.
Okay.
Big Euro off after.
But see, because I did stop watching after for a specific reason. Mm-hmm. I stopped watching because of the glazing. It got too much for me. And everybody is different. But the glizzy glaze, dick riding, capping glazing for Pop got so thick. I said, oh hell no, I'm out. I left a final message and then I clicked off. So I wonder if that happened. And you know what? And that would make sense, even if it happened after I clicked off, because that's where it was going. That's the energy that was building up. It was going that way. Everybody started coming in for Homie's Hub. I sent the super chat, a $5 super chat. I said, Homie Hub won.
Yeah,
you won. Yeah, 400 plus votes. You won. Step down, because at this point, they're going to overwhelm you. They're going to overwhelm you in their emotions. They mad. They feel away. They in their feelings. You won. Bow out gracefully. So that might have happened after, and that's saw it was going that way.
Right. Well, yeah, and that's why, like I said, in sports, sometimes you get out the arena, you get the victory, and you leave the arena. You know what I'm saying? Before the fans, you know what I'm saying, attack you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But and like I said, Homie Sub supporters had no real gripe to go up there because they won. They got him the victory. Now, Homie Sub probably supported like, well, you stand around for that. I mean, you stay up there, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? We got you the victory. You know, hop on a bus, hop on a team bus and get the hell out of there, right?
That's my opinion. That's what I think. He stood up there and took it. I guess he wanted to soak it in. Like I say, the winner gets to decide. So hey, he did what he needed to do. He put that footage together. He did the edits. He won against all lies, against people talking shit, people counting them out. So he probably wanted to sit up there and soak up every second. But by doing that, you're going to soak up all that hate.
Right. Yeah, and that's the nature of YouTube, man. Once you open up that panel, you don't know who's gonna pop up there. You know what I'm saying, and what they're going to say. But we did want to. I wanted to hear what people thought about the battle. Now you're saying, well, because people would have been saying what they were saying anyway, even if Homie Sub was on the panel or not, if he left or not. So even if you stood around and he left, yeah, you probably would have left anyway because you're like, well, yeah, people wanted Pop to win. So he's getting flooded with the panel getting flooded with Pop fans. So yeah, if that's gonna be irritating to your ears, yeah, it's best to click off because it's like watching at the end of a game. Let's say it was my New York Mets, lose. I'm not gonna listen to the post show of the New York Mets losing unless because it's gonna be a lot of negative talk about my New York Mets losing in the game, and I'm like, I can listen to it for a little bit. I ain't going to sit there for a couple of hours and listen to the Mets lost the game where, you know what I'm saying, or my fault. You know what? Yeah, that. Or let's say if the Yankees win. Let's say the Yankees win the World Series. I don't like the Yankees at all. Okay. I'm not gonna sit there listening to Yankees fans gloat and be all happy about winning the World Series.
Right, all in your face and it's rubbing it in.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, so that's a better analogy. I'm turning that off. I'm not gonna listen to that. I'll let the Yankee fans. They can have fun, but I ain't listening. I ain't sitting down listening to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man. But it was great for the space. The battle itself. The battle was great. Shout out to both of them. I gave my opinion that it matters, right? I think Homie Sub won, but I didn't do this video because I think he won or nothing like that. I did it based off the reactions of the people. But after listening to you, I hear you're making a very good point, Ray. You said in competition, it's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, because people that felt like you, why didn't y'all go in the panel? The panel was open. Y'all could have said, you know what? What's all this glaze? What's all this glaze?
What's all this glaze? Yeah, exactly.
Y'all could have joined the panel and defended the victory. But that's not the nature of human. Like, the nature of human was to go up there and defend the person they felt it was wronged. I mean, first, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just natural. I mean, that's just, tendency. They do tests on this stuff,
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, Razor Ray.
Yeah, because the panel was open. I mean, it was like, we was blocking people from...
Oh, I wasn't going to go... Nah.
Yeah.
Keith Channel 2? Nah. It's not for me to go up in there and be arguing with niggas on panels.
That would have been great. That would have been great for TV because y'all would have had it right because people did vote for Homie Sub to win, and it would have been a slugfest up there, but that would have been
exactly. And Razor Raze knows about smoke shows and slugfest, huh?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, but I seen some opportunities for Pop, and when I went on Bando's show afterwards, and as you take a step back to think about the results, like I said, you know what? I can see how people felt her Homie Sub won because it was very close, and I do believe in the second round, I believe Pop cut his video short. It was just ended kind of abruptly. And I was like, what was that? Shout out to Auto Will. And I believe I liked Pop's style because the 22 countries, and he did utilize some footage from a lot of those countries, right? Now, of course, Homie Sub, he was limited to the countries he been. So, but he did have the power of the Medellin Snow Bunnies. I kept saying, and I knew he was going to come out with the females heavy. I wasn't sure if Pop was going to do that, and Pop matched him. So I was highly impressed, and I never seen Pop edit that type of style. So that's why y'all were like, wait a minute, I probably give Pop the victory, because I'm like, wow, he used the Thailand stuff. He had some Latinas also. He had more variety, and his editing style just surprised me. So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna protest people that think Homie Sub won, because he just did great also. So it's not like I'm gonna go on, be like, oh no, they got it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because we're just so close. In my opinion. But I seen where I think Pop would have sealed the deal if he had used the Sasua, the thing he went viral for in Sasua, when he was, saying the girls are tweaking, don't touch my phone and this and that. If he would have put a few of that in there just to separate himself from the Homie Sub a little bit, because then that would have showed, they call that a crash out moment, but it would have been Pop. You know what I'm saying? I think Pop, he did what he had to do to keep that close by showing the females. But I think Pop, if he would have just put a section, like a 10-second portion of that crash out on Sasua, where and just you heard him, cursing out the girls, whatever,
Don't touch my phone, shorty. Don't touch my phone. You tripping.
Bingo. That would have put him over the top, I believe. Now, hindsight is 2020, but I believe that would have gave him an extra layer of content to put out there, like to remind people, look, I can do it. I can do this. I can do that. I can show the culture for Pedro Casante. I can show a crash out. You know what I'm saying? And I can surprise people and do the female, dancing and twerking. But that would just, that probably would have pushed them over the hump. But who knows about the voters? Just it's people voting.
I hear you.
But I do think the round should be. Now, I don't know how Peace was going to do this, but because this is his thing, I do believe at least one of the rounds should be 3 minutes, and it should be categories. I know there's been a debate about categories. It should be two free for all rounds and one culture round, where you're not necessarily showing the ladies, in like the twerking, which is fair, as I heard some complaints about that. But this is the first one, so it is what it is. We can always improve, improve on the categories and the way it's done. I think it would be cool to have a Chica free, let's say a twerk free round. The other two rounds could be. That's Maya Sasua right there, Justified TV.
Okay.
Yeah. The other two rounds could be free for alls, and I think the second round number 2, because you want to end it off on a bang. So that's why I say round number 2 should be a culture round, and that should be extended to like 3 minutes. That way, people could, show out on their editing skills as far as natural stuff. They want to show the museums, they want to show restaurants and stuff like that.
Yeah, how can you show that in 2 minutes? It's
3 minutes.
He set it up. He set it up to be a booty twerking.
3 minutes.
Shit.
That one round will be 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
The middle round, that'll be
3 to 5. 3 to 5. People will sit through it, whatever it is.
Yeah, and that way, because it is fair. Some people complain about, we're just, twerking. Okay, well, we'll have one of the rounds be that's in the middle, be a natural culture type round, and we extend that one for 3 minutes.
I guess. I don't know why you keep putting the limits. I think it should be 3 to 5. Now, if the person makes it 4.5 close to 5 and it gets long and boring and it hurts him, then that's what he gets. That's his fault. But I don't think you should stifle the creativity. This is travel. So if you're going to have a travel channel, or you're just going to have a pop culture, pop your pussy, pop your booty shit, we have patience to sit down and watch 3-hour live streams. Somebody can sit down and watch 5 minutes, especially if it's edited well. If it's edited well and moving, if something is highly edited, a 5-minute video can seem like 2 minutes if it's moving quick.
Yeah, some people might have more content than others to do that, but let's say we could get the option. Let's say you got 2 to 3 minutes on a video. On the twerking ones, or let's say the free for all, the 2 to 3 minutes. The culture one 3 minutes. Oh, but like I said, you can get them an option. The culture one 3 to 4 minutes. The twerking one 2 to 3 minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The twerkings 1 to 2 minutes. The cultures, I
2 to 3. 2 to 3.
5. Huh?
2 to 3. 2 to 3.
You don't need 3 minutes of twerking though.
I mean,
we saw that last night.
Yeah,
all of those were 2 minutes. You don't. So you want an extra minute of twerking?
Of course, they want to see a lot of men are watching.
Oh, okay. Well,
so 2 to 3 minutes.
now you going back and forth, right? If that's the case, yeah, we want to see all that. We want to see some OnlyFans. We want to see some OnlyFans pussy popping shit. I'm talking about if you're trying to do this for real, man. If you're trying to do it for real, do it for real.
Yeah, and this is for 2 to 3 minutes. You get the free for all. If you want to show if you don't really want to show females in your free for all, you don't have to. But that's the free for all. So two rounds of free for all, whatever you want to put in there. 1 round of the second, that middle round, the culture, and it had to be like 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes if you want. You know, 3 to 4 minutes of that. That way you can satisfy the people that say, well, yeah, just want to show females, or this is just a mango contest and this and that. Well,
basically,
okay. Well, y'all gonna watch the second round? Well, we're gonna put the second round in there. The second round is the culture. So that way we can satisfy, the viewers, and nobody gonna be able to complain, and it is still showcase like Pop. See, Pop, would have been able to showcase what his channel normally is about, because he did go out of his element to do the twerk off stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we kind of want to avoid that too. So because it wasn't a natural.
You know what would have helped with that?
Yeah.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. And I keep bringing it up. That's why he's on my thumbnail. You know what would have helped with that?
What's that?
Mr. Keith not dropping out back in January. If Keith and Flyboy would have went first, 2 so-called heavyweights in the game, they could have set the tone.
Yeah.
But Keith dropped out and then left it up in the air, and then you get these 2 smaller guys going on. Yeah, they're going to throw up anything. They're going to throw up anything stick against a motherfucking wall.
Yeah. But now I think we know how to do it now. I think now
right.
Adding the category. I think it could be 2 free for alls and add a category of the culture, and I think you solved the problem right there. Because now you can go back to the roots of the actual channel. Pop can go back to the roots of his channel instead of trying to just do titties and ass. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not Pop. So he was out of his natural element with that. He did well though to get 49%, but that wasn't Pop. So now that we add in that extra round, people could do what they naturally do on their channel, and it won't be like, well, this is not Pop's channel. He did great with the edit, but that's not on Pop's channel. So you're not really getting the true thing. So I think we need to add that. I mean, it's up to Keith though, but if I was doing it, I would add a category, a cultured type round.
Absolutely. And it's a shame. It is what it is, rules are rules, right? People only gonna play within the rule that you have to make it like that. You have to make it like that. I give Pop
credit because he knew Homie's Help was going to be female centric. So he knew he just couldn't do his style in a battle like that without the categories, because he knew it. So he like, you know what, I'm gonna show TNA also. I got some footage of girls and this and that. I'm gonna show it, put it together. But going forward, we could have categories to make it better. You know what I mean? It'd just be better.
So let me ask you this: from last night,
that would have forced Homie's Hub to have to. All right, that second round was a category about culture. That would have forced Homie's Hub to not show TNA also, and he would have been out of his element maybe. You know what I'm saying? So you give it by having categories, some people might have to break out of their element, you know what I'm saying, for a certain round. But go ahead.
Let me ask you this. With what we saw last night, with the winner, okay, let's use Homie's Hub. Do you think a check in effect could beat Homie's Hub like that?
But that type of,
do you think an Ace Live or I Am Mara can beat a Homie's Hub like that?
You talk about like the format last night?
Last night.
Yeah. I mean, anybody could beat anybody, because what would happen is you would just go back to your clips of the females and just put in some nice music in it and try to do some nice edits. That's what I'm saying, but it won't be representative of the channel. That's why you should have category going forward, because now you want a pure representation of the channel. And like I say, a free for all round, then you can play around and do whatever you want to do, whether if it includes the females or not. If you want to do it to spice it up, you can do it. But when if it's free for all, you think the people that's voting is a bunch of males, you want to win, so you're gonna put a bunch of females in your thing. But it's up to the organization of the organizers of the event to like, all right, to avoid that, we're going to have categories. You know what I'm saying? We're going to force these guys to have to go by the categories that we you know what I'm saying, we set forth.
Right.
Oh, I like this. Well, the first round culture, second round female interaction, GFP, and third round free for all. Yeah, I mean, the free for all could be anything, whatever you want.
And it could be anything. And if you lose, you lose. That's what you get.
Yeah.
You roll the dice.
Right. But I think this was a first one. So this was a tryout, which did great, and there can be improvements on the categories.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right.
Because like you say, you know, if you get Check and Ace in there to face a homie sub, then they're gonna be forced. If you keep it like this, they'll be forced to do a lot of TNA. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you wanna have some categories to where it won't have to just be all about TNA. For if you're gonna get other type of people to come in there and do it.
Exactly. If you want this shit to grow.
Yeah, it will. Oh, that's an easy tweak right there. That's nothing to do. To add a category or two categories. That's an easy tweak. And like I said, increase the rounds to 3 rounds, 3 to 4 minute rounds. Like you get them an option. You have anywhere between 3 to 4 minutes and like that. So whatever, if you want to do, just keep it straight up 3 to 4 minute rounds for every round. That's all. I mean, that's how I would do it. Right.
Give them the option, because what you do, you run the risk of cutting out their creative flow.
Yeah.
As content creators, we know when we sit down and we really rack our brains and we get off into it, we trying to tell a story. And now you got to squeeze it in 2 minutes. Nigga, that's a booty popping video, 2 minutes. So you trying
but
to
it worked. But I'm not gonna. Yeah, it worked out. It worked out for the first go round. All the people, the evidence speaks for itself. So, and now if you want to scale up on it, add the categories, because that was a test run. So yeah, we didn't get to see the real pop. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to see the real pop because it was, So if we add the category, you would get to see the real pop. You get to see the homies to hub do something different than the TNA also, and you can have a balance.
Right.
Yeah. But that's just going forward. That's with anything. And, that's what the NBA didn't have the 3-point line when they first started. You know what I'm saying? I mean, things change. Things evolve over time. You realize, we should add a 3-point line. And I mean, just natural.
Oh man. But other than that, it was great. I liked it. I just didn't like the aftermath backlash. I did not like that. That really sickened me and turned my stomach. But like you say, what you expect?
It's YouTube. What you expect? I mean, it's an open panel. I mean, you're gonna, especially if you happen to get the people that like pop or really thought he really, just because. I mean. It was like you said, it was close. So it wasn't like it was like so bad where no, Pop didn't win at all. I mean, it's impossible. Pop got blown out where, you know, people going up there saying Pop won. That's totally glazed. No, they make good points. Like, well, I can see. Because they main point was like, well, he showed some Thailand women too and stuff like that. Now, some guys are saying, well, those are just flatbacks, pancake asses. So what? You showed them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, people got their opinion. You know what I'm saying? But it was close enough to where it's not like, well, it's not. It wasn't impossible for people to say Pop won. It wasn't like it was a slaughter, and you know, it wasn't like one of those old school Don King productions in the 90s. You like, you see the fight, and you see one boxer getting beat down the whole match, and it goes to the judges, and the judges say the person that was getting beat down the whole time won. That was mid 90s Don King productions. I used to hate that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh man.
But I like what Auto Will's saying. First round culture, second round female interaction, GFB. Yeah, it's like maybe yeah. Mm-hmm. Or maybe yeah.
Yeah,
Or
now,
we don't even have to have female interaction. We shouldn't say female interaction, because then that shouldn't be a category. You should have because a lot of people some people don't have females on their channels in that manner of interacting.
Exactly.
So we shouldn't even have a female interaction category, because then you're limiting some of the competitors that will want to do it. You know, that could be for the free for all. If they want to add that to their free for all, the female interactions, that'll, you know what I'm saying? Interaction culture could be, you know, a female. You can interact with female in culture also. We just saying the twerking stuff, like you see, that's not, you know, because you can take a female on a date. That could be culture, or just take her to the museum. She could be in the culture portion. Now let's just say this. Now, if we had two competitors, let's say if we had NYC the Future versus J-Rello, right, then it would make sense to, all right, let's make that a category, GFB, because we know, not the GFB, the female interactions. So we got to know the competitors when we do the rounds, also the categories. All right, if we have NYC the Future versus J-Rello, well, of course, that must be
who can sit on the couch the best? Who has the best couch?
Yeah, because they had a lot of couch drama too. So who? Yeah. So yeah, we gotta think. We gotta.
Who has the most crash outs?
We gotta cater.
They'll have a crash out category.
Yeah. Bingo. We gotta cater to who the competitors are, and then make it make sense. You know, because now the best interaction with the females. Yes, that could be a category for a NYC the Future versus J-Rello. That'll make sense. But it won't make sense for every single person that enters the battle.
It won't.
Okay? Yeah.
It gets deep.
Yeah. Because different type of content created. Different
type of content created.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Crash outs can go into free for all. Okay. Okay. If you're that person. If you show us culture and some museums where that show span your colonizer history, it will put us to sleep. Well,
I mean that's just a round though. That's just one round.
Just one round.
I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't complain about it just being a whoremongering battle, and then try to put in categories that show the actual talent of the people, and then say this is like you can't win. That's what I'm saying. You know, I mean, it is what it is, and you know, you just got to do your event like you want to do your event. You know, so you put in the different rules and categories that make sense. It's your event, and you do it like that. You take some advice here and there from people in the chat or people on the panel or other content creators, and you add a couple of categories. I think the way we talk about it now, I think it makes sense. I think it makes hella sense to have categories and cater the categories to whoever the competitors are, and have both competitors agree on the categories.
Right.
Yeah. Make it tailor made to the competitors. You know what I mean? Because some competitors might love water content. That's travel water content. If both of them do that, they might agree to have a round of showing a water content. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, but you know, it got to make sense. And if you think that that's going to be the round, it's kind of going to be like the most boring round, you will bury that in the second round or something. You know what I'm saying? You won't leave off of it. You know, but you won't be you will still get the best of the content creator. It'll be more of a representation of what the channel is about from that content creator.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want to show your soul either, right? You want to, at some point, express what it's about and not sell your soul and do stuff you really don't want to do out of your comfort zone to show booty and ass to try to win.
Yeah, because really that wasn't, that's why I gave Pop a lot of credit, because that wasn't a representation of what Pop's channel was about last night, you know. So really that did not showcase Pop's talent. I mean, you know, his channel. It showcased his editing talent, you know what I mean? But that wasn't a real representation of what Pop does on his channel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because he didn't have, you know, we didn't have it in categories, you know. So, but now, you know, we'll see how it goes forward.
Okay. Yeah, but that was also one of my criticisms, generally, too, of the space. The first part, I still think, was the overly glazing of Pop. The second part was, again, what we all know, but nobody says out loud, except for me, that this is largely a mongering space, masquerading as a travel space for food and culture. That person showed us that.
Well, it could be both. Wait a minute.
A lot of you wanted to go to Machu Picchu after Austin did a vlog there.
Wait a minute, but it could be both. When Ace versus Check had the battle, was it a mongering battle? No, it was two top black YouTubers. We know their style is not mongering style, and that got 500 people in the building watching. People was interested in that. I mean, it doesn't have to be that. You know, it doesn't have to be that. I mean, it was so. I mean, they wasn't showing no, but they was arguing, but they had smoking beef. You know, people love beef. So I just think, I mean, people want to be entertained. Who knows? Who was a no? Let's just say listen, that live stream last night had like 400 people. Matter of fact, the pre-show, when I was in a pre-show with Keeks, it had 400 people watching. And there was no sexual videos or nothing released yet because they didn't start the battle yet. People was just interested in the topic in the battle. We had no idea what they were going to show out. We had no idea they were going to show a bunch of ass, this and that. I mean, I had my guess that Homie Sub was going to come out with it. I said, how was Pop going to match that? Because that's not really his channel. It just turned into that. But the interest was there even without the female content. It was already there. It was a battle. The interest is there for the battle. If you take a step back out of that, the interest is there anyway. So if they had some culture in the video, people would have stayed and looked at that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't know how much it would have peaked, but the interest is already there. It was already before the battle started. Once we transferred from the pre-show to the main show, he's had about 250 people waiting before he even went live on the main show, on the main battle show. And it was no TNA, no titties and ass was, not one TNA ass video was shown. So the interest was already there without the mongering portion of it. Right. If you really take a step back and look, you know what I'm saying? But to combat people, you know, troll. We're not here to combat trolls anyway, because the trolls watch and they spend money. Right. So. But if you want to have, you know, really have a true representation of these guys so they won't be accused of just being a monger, yeah, we add the categories for the culture. It is what it is. But then, you know, and people will watch. People will watch because, you know, because they want to see a battle. It's a battle. It's going to be a winner. You know what I mean? And yeah, I like the idea. That's another thing. I like the idea of not having ties because that was too big of a crowd to be in there to just have a tie. I think a tie would have been a cop out. So that's why I say, tie should be illegal in this situation. You know,
Right.
because people showing up, they want to see a winner. You know what I'm saying? They want to see a true winner. They don't want to see a tie. You know.
Well, it ain't no tie. You go into overtime, sudden death.
Yeah. There must be a winner. Yeah.
There must be a winner. You go into overtime, sudden death.
Right.
So that's a cop out because now you're trying to save your guy. You're trying to protect your boy.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
with culture. Right? Oh man. Yes, sir.
Let me see. In all the way. Like I said, like I said, the categories. Like I said, but like I said, it's not my event. It's Keith's event. All we could do is put out, suggestions, whatever. I would add the categories. I think that'll be the next obvious transition to do. Add the category. Add the category. Because really, let's be honest, it wouldn't make no sense to get any of these other top YouTubers to do the battle if they are forced to do a bunch of TNA for order.
Exactly.
Because then it's just like, all right, who's the best editor at that point, or who has the best female clips to put it. We don't want that repeat like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not really getting a true representation of the battle, the person that's doing the thing. The battle, yeah. So So going forward, this was a great start out the gate. But going forward, we don't want to have that. We don't want to have it just be all, just female TNA. And here's Keith right here. We can't even hear Razor good with the music this loud.
And I wondered that. I was waiting for somebody to tell me that because I can't tell.
You did have some music. I did hear some music on. See, I was just getting in. So.
Because your mic is not that loud. It's a trip. I know they can hear me.
Let me turn my mic up. No, I can't turn it up.
Well, at least he came in and gave some good because no one told me that.
Yeah, can you turn the mic? Because I did hear music before I came in. And it was
so right when I went out, when I backed out so I can bring you up, my thing to scroll up on my songs is frozen, and I just went with it. But hold on. Let me do this. Let me try this.
Hello. Y'all can hear me. Hey, testing. Can y'all hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. I probably sound real low.
Boom. All right, that fixed it.
Hello.
Nah. You good?
Hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
I think they can hear you now. If I can hear you.
Coming low. I probably come low.
No. You good now? It was a thing, and I wasn't quite sure. On the side, my panel had froze, and I couldn't scroll to adjust the music. I could hear you, but I wondered if the people could, and no one said anything except for Keith. So shout out to Keith for adding actual value. And so I had to back out and come back in, and that's why I'm cammed up now. Hold on. Woo. All right, there we go.
Yeah. So feedback, man. Like I said, the categories would be perfect.
There we
what
go.
I'm saying? We could have the freak off category for certain, Keith, you probably heard it. Probably what I was saying. You could tailor-made the category to the strengths of the competitors. Like I said, if NYC the future it was the ever-face Rello, we would have a Riz Up section, a Riz Up category for a round. Because it makes sense with those two competitors. It won't really make sense for a couple of other competitors. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the competitors and their strengths, and we could tailor-made categories, and probably extended 3 minute rounds, 3 to 4 minutes. Give them the option to go 3 to 4 minutes. Like I said, 1 round for the culture, and just say two free for all rounds. First round free for all, second round the culture, third round what you want to say, free for all again. You know what I mean? Because you do want to entertain I guess you are in free for all. Could be anything. They can add the woman if they want. They don't have to add the woman. But like I said, we're telling me the categories to these specific people that doing the battling.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
like I said, to be honest with you, that was not a representation of Pop's channel. That was not.
No, what?
It was great. It was a great starter, but it was not a So to avoid that, we would have to add a category to where Pop could have showed some of the stuff he did in Costa Rica. Just walking around and whatever. That would have been an easy, that would have been like the second round, something like that. Same with Homie Sub. He could have did, put something together also. That way you get some representation of the person's channel and not, them just, taking the best female clip, just making a hot, a TNA video, you know what I'm saying? Right. For all the rounds, for all the rounds. But they would have the option to do it on the free for all, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The free for all round.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But like I said, the glazing part, you can't control. Like, people going to have their favorites, and if the panel is open, man, it's going to be an open panel. Anybody could come up, Like I said, in defensive Pop, in defensive Homie Hub, it's an open panel. Nobody was stopped from coming up there. People could have came up and defended Homie's Hub, So, but he just didn't. I mean, what do you want to do? Nobody was blocked from going up there to defend Homie's Hub.
Right.
They didn't have to because he won. So
true that.
Yeah. But I think, like I said, I know it was a great event. Great showing. And we'll see. And like I said, you can't really say like it was just mongering because, like I said, the pre-show we had 400 people watching. Now, Checking Effect hopped on the pre-show. Also, shout out to him. And there was no videos of TNA, titties and ass in the pre-show. We had 400 people watching. It was the title, the thumbnail, the battle. That's what got the people in there. So it was gonna be a good crowd anyway. So even if Homie's Hub and Pop didn't really show a lot of TNA, the views still would have been the same or almost the same, even without the TNA. If they just did a basic battle with their just regular, let's say, I would call it boring content, because like I said, the viewers was already there before one nipple came out, before one nude chick was on that screen. It was already 300-400 people interested in that already before they knew what the competitors was going to put out there on that screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The value was for me when I was by myself because of my mic. You came on, you are low, and it's okay, but I needed to adjust my music for you. But for me, I have a loud mic and a loud voice, so it works for me. When I brought you on, you came in actually lower than my music, but I wasn't able to tell on my side because I can hear you.
Yeah.
Nobody gave me no feedback, so I didn't know until Keith said something. Shout out to Keith.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. But sometimes that's why people in the chat sometimes gotta draw attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, and people be scared to tell me stuff. Then they think I'm gonna bite their head off. Right.
But now, what was you saying?
Well, would you like to do a battle with some?
You know me. I got footage for everybody, and you know my editing skills. So, it's possible. I can do it. It's possible.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But like I said, I think the next one would be great. And I heard them talking about a Zoom versus Keys, and people were saying, "No, nobody want to see Zoom." I'm like, "Oh, y'all effing crazy!"
They're crazy.
Zoom versus Keys. If you was able to get 500 people in the building to watch the Homies Hub versus Pop,
right?
Can you imagine the numbers for a Zoom, the freaking Thailand versus Industry Keys? What the hell's going on out here? Oh my god!
People just trolling.
So I don't get it. I don't understand what people be talking about, man. It's wow. But hey, I'm not organizing it. I'm let them do it. Let them organize that stuff, man. I'll be there to help whatever they need. But god damn, are you trying to tell me nobody wants to see
Zoom, right?
How could anybody have predicted it would be 500 people to watch the Homies Hub? These are small YouTubers. The Homies Hub versus Pop. Or you mean to tell me for a straight face that nobody wants to see freaking Zoom the Thailand versus Keys? I almost fell on my chair when I heard that. I'm like, what are they even talking about? That's crazy.
Right.
That's nasty work right there.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Zoom versus Black Filipino TV would make more sense.
Holy hell! I'm like, oh my, I can't. But I don't know, man. It makes me need to drink some beer. Okay? To think about it, a Keys versus
Zoom to Thailand. Zoom
format.
Right?
Come on, man. That would break this. We had Homies Hub versus Pop with 500 people.
Yeah, Homies Hub with 500 people.
What
let alone is Zoom to Thailand
versus Keys.
That's people just trolling, man.
No, that's serious. I'm like, no. I must be living in a parallel universe. You just seen 500 people come out for Homies Hub and Pop. Holy hell!
Holy hell! Damn!
Oh my god! I didn't seen it all, man.
So I gotta ask you.
Versus Black Filipino TV. No, all the well. Who thought Homies Hub versus Pop made any sense? It was just so random. I said it was two different, and they got 500 people. I think people are overthinking this stuff. Way too over. You're overthinking this. Just put the battle together. Zoom versus that can be done within a week, and that is going to get. If this was able to get 500, you know the algorithm is different. The algorithms are weird. That should be able to get 700-800 people in the building watching that, because Zoom is going to bring his crowd over. Put it in a community post, whatever he does. He's going to have his crowd. I mean, that's the easy. At least 700 people watching. That's all right, because the algorithms is no guarantee with the YouTube algorithm. Let's say 600, and I think it'll peak at like 700 people watching.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yet they throwing out all these other battles. I'm like, what? That you got the battle right there. Keys versus Zoom. That's I don't know what people. Of course, a built-in one would be, of course, NYC The Future versus Rello. That'll be a huge one right there. Like I said, we'll put the category as we have the Riz-Off category. You know, that'll be a category. That'll be a category where the female interaction category.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
He said the Riz-Off. What?
Yeah, because those two, that's what they do. That's they strong parts of they channel as far as, you know, picking up them girls out there. So obviously
okay,
there'll be more candidates for that type of round.
So what you would say, out of the 3 rounds, could one of the rounds be specifically tailored to the types of YouTubers they are?
Yes, like it would have to be to make it make sense.
So like if you have a Rello and an NYC, one round is a crash out round.
It could be, we could add that if they agree to it. We have to get them to agree to that.
Yeah.
But it would make sense for it to who had the best crash out, you know, and they'll show the best crash out, you know, the moments in like 3 minutes, whatever, 3 to 4 minutes. Yeah, it'll be telling me to the whoever the competitors are.
There you go. Well, I will say, because the actual Verzuz was lit. It was dope. It was fire. I enjoyed it. Again, I just didn't like the backlash after the fact. But the actual Verzuz itself, it was still dope and entertaining. And this being the first one, like you say, now you can see what works and see what don't work and tweak it going forward. Still say, shout out to Keith. You shouldn't have dropped out back in January. Him and Flyboy could have did the first one and set the tone. But, you know, I'm crying over spilled milk. But going forward, yeah, now we have something to work with.
Well, yeah, well, Melvin Riddle, Zoom only has tight content, Keith, mostly that. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We just seen last night a lot of heavy Asian and you know, and Pablo was 49% to the Latin. I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
Listen, we throwing out names for people that actually do it. Keith and Zoom, that'd be huge. It doesn't. Exactly. I mean, just a promo alone, it's a battle. Right. People are there for the battle anyway. Like, we had no idea exactly what they was going to show in the battle yesterday, and it was, like I said, 400 people in the pre-show. What's the pre-show be for Zoom versus Keith? Yeah, nah. You know.
I disagree with both Artewell and Melvin Riddle. I don't know why they.
It's the obvious. The obvious would be Zoom versus Keith. That's obvious. That's like. I don't understand.
Exactly.
That's crazy. I don't know what's up.
Yeah. Again, opinions. Everybody got opinions, right?
Yeah, I mean, my God. Some opinions just way out of crazy opinions. Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro. Homies Hub and the whole boy just had 500 people watching. Right. Come on, what are we doing? Oh my, and it was just like, and they only had like six days to promote that.
Right.
For basically unknown YouTubers. These are unknown guys.
Exactly. On a big scale. On a big scale, unknown. Exactly. Let alone you get two big names over 100K. One got 100K. One got 300K.
What do you think this? What are we even debating? What are we even? What's the?
Relax.
I don't get it. The space won't be looking for Zoom. Are y'all crazy? What do you mean the space won't be looking for Zoom? When I did the Tom Younger Chung Zoom fight, that had close to 500 people watching, and they wasn't even on. But what you mean? You know, interest in Zoom? That's bananas to say that.
Well, you know what's happening here. You know what's happening. I'm catching the play. I'm catching the vibe already.
You can't make it make sense, bro.
I'm catching the vibe. So it sounded like just on a few people here right now, but it sounded like Zoom is kind of being looked at like a homies hub underdog in this space. I'm catching the energy.
No, I don't
because this is how people was doing homies hub. This is how people was doing homies hub before the what's the name.
No, what I don't understand is people saying that Zoom has no interest. People are not going to be interested in the Zoom. I'm like,
exactly.
on what planet are you saying that from? That's insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Zoom is coming in with 100 and something thousand subscribers. If Zoom would tell his subscribers, y'all, I'm having a battle. Come on, what are you? I don't know, bro. I've done had topics on Thailand. And I put Zoom to Thailand in the top. Remember Nakmeezy versus Zoom? That did great numbers. What are y'all even talking about?
Yeah.
It's madness. Is it a bias because they're Thailand content creators?
That's what I'm saying.
That's madness.
We're getting into that again. We're getting into that.
That's
a bias. We're getting into a bias.
Yeah, no, but if you can pull off a Keith versus Zoom, bro, you had 500 people in the building, and that stream you had last night. Imagine that. Imagine the numbers. Like I said, no 100% guaranteed because of the we know Big Boss, we know the YouTube algorithm.
Right.
But it should do more than what Homies Hub and Pop did. I mean, it just has to. It just like that's like almost automatic. It's out of the realm of. It's almost impossible for that not to do more than 600 at least in the building. I ain't gonna say 800 and 900 because you know that YouTube algorithm is funny. Yeah. So, but naturally, with the amount of subscribers Zoom has and Keys has, and you know the success of this last one, I would see it impossible for that not to hit a peak of at least 620 people watching in the building at one time.
And anything you get, and then you gotta look at the factor. Anything you get Zoomed involved with, even if he's the hype man, if he agrees to put his energy and be the hype man and push it, his promotion and production is A1. So he'll start making like advertisements and little trailers for it.
Right.
Before it come out. Yeah, make sure you tune in and blah blah blah. We're gonna have, because he already did that. You know, for a minute he was on a run doing countries against countries, you know, Thailand versus Colombia and Philippines versus this, you know. He tried to have his once a year top YouTube award type shit, you know. And he would do a lot of work in the production and trying to push it. So yeah, people just kind of hating on him right now. That's what it is.
It makes zero sense. Yeah, Zoom versus Travelversity be another great one actually. Zoom versus Travelversity.
I don't really think so. I think, well, yeah, that could work.
Bro, we talk about crowds. Come on. These are big names. Like, these are big names. Now, it'll be very more than likely Thailand. Well, no, Travelversity.
That would make sense because they both Asia and they both have a chick. They both have a main chick as part of their channel.
Yeah, but Travelversity could pull from other places too now because he's been around the world too. He's been to Punta Cana, Travelversity. He's been to Peru. He's been to Africa now. So you know, no, come on. That's another great one. You know, yeah. I mean, Check versus Ace content battle. Just imagine how many would show up. Yeah, I mean, Check versus Ace. I mean, and you know. Just because we don't talk about certain guys every single day on our shows, live stream, that doesn't mean people are not looking for them. We just don't talk about them because if they're not getting into no drama or beef or crash out, well, then we're not going to sit there talking about them hour or 2 hours. But we look for them, we know of them, and those will be huge numbers. Now, people we do talk, but like I said, NYC The Future versus Rello, that'll be huge. That'll be a monster one. That'll be because of the interest. Yeah, and the clown, the goofiness, the clown. You know, yeah, it is entertainment is entertainment, right? Yeah, you have different type of entertainment. Yeah, clowns are literally entertainment. You know what? Back in the old days, the kings had court jesters. Yeah, you know, to make them laugh. So entertainment is entertainment, and that would be some like Floyd type shit. Floyd, Rello, Floyd versus Kid Greatness, all the way
crashed out. Oh yeah. But it'd be entertaining. It'd be funny to watch.
Yeah, no, like I said, that Zoom the Keys thing, that would be just so huge. Like I don't even know why that's even a debate or discussion on that. That's I mean, that's just like, I mean, come on, that's just a built-in crowd right there.
You hear this one?
Why even? What's that?
They're wilding out now. Floyd.
Yeah, versus Kid Greatness. I know. Yeah.
Foreign only.
But some people probably tell you that people would rather see that than to see Zoom versus Keith. I'm like, on what planet are y'all even coming from with that nonsense?
People silly, man.
Oh my wow. I just be like, oh my god.
Floyd solo to space with a dirty shirt, wearing the same shirt through the whole trip, crinkled up the crinkled up collars. Oh man. Shout out to Floyd. What's up with Floyd, man?
But Floyd fell off from traveling. Yeah, Melvin. Yeah, he hasn't been in the space like that. You know what I'm saying? Personal life, man. Yep. Personal life stuff, and I haven't talked to him, but I'm just going by what I see. You know what I'm saying?
He's not in jail or nothing, right?
No, he's not in jail.
Okay. Because I know he was fighting. He had a court case pending, and I think he was something going on. He had to come back to the States to address a court case or something, and he was looking at some kind of jail time. Hope the brothers are. We make fun of everybody, but we want everybody to be safe. We want everybody to be all right, man.
Yeah, he should be okay. He should be okay. I still think he doing stuff on that other channel we got, I think.
What you talking about, man? I guess it's some stuff I don't see. No. Say it ain't so. Were you aware of this?
Floyd going to travel to prison?
No, I mean, can you see the comment on screen?
Oh, all right. On the screen, let me see. I still can't unsee that Brazilian chica picking her nose and then eating her before the what? Bro, what? I wasn't looking at that. I don't even know. Wow. Maybe he was in the chat. He seen that in the chat while he was trolling. I don't even remember that.
You gonna troll? Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard through the grapevine. He had a court case, and he had to come back to the States to address the court case, and it carried potential jail time.
Yeah, but it wasn't going to be that much jail. It was going to be a few days. It wasn't going to be like crazy a lot amount of time or nothing like that.
Okay, cool.
I mean, that's what he was saying.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. They lied to me. Oh, my goodness. I don't necessarily want to see that. Shit. Damn. She ate a booger on live. That's disgusting. Crazy, man. Crazy. So, what's your next trip, Raze? Have you discussed it on your channel yet?
Not really. I mean, I just mentioned trips I'm planning. I'm back to the DR this month, but other than that, nothing crazy, nothing like that. I'm just trying to get out of here, for a little bit. He did like 10 days, so he did 10 days, and so Velvet Riddle said he did.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Floyd, man. Hope he all right. So that jives with what I said. I didn't want to come out and say it because I wasn't sure. That's what I kind of heard, that he ended up doing like a short stint just to satisfy something that was outstanding. But I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to.
Right.
You can kind of keep it, man. I take on that one. I take your word for it, bro. But you got some guys in here. They
yeah, you don't want to ruin your appetite watching that, man.
And it's Floyd, so I believe it. You got a trip that you're the type of dude that would pick that type of chick who would do that. Oh man, that's crazy.
Right.
Like I could not see in 100 years Barbara World Zoe having a chick on his late night thirst that would do that.
Right.
Yeah. I couldn't see it.
I mean, she might do it.
Oh, man.
You just never know if it's live. I mean, you can't stop. But I mean, she probably if she don't know she's being recorded or at that moment, she might
don't know. Yeah. Good. He said the battle of Ringling Bros Circus. He said Bailey's Ringling Bros. That name is funny. But the Ringling Bailey Brothers Circus.
No, that if they were to legit do that, and I think in Big Boy, let's be honest, at the last night live stream, I think people should be trying to sign up. They could see it's profitable. You can make some money out of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, you see people are willing to donate and send cash apps to the people, right? Just because they performed, right? So I think people should want to sign up and do the battle. You know, like I said, it could be profitable. It gets you out there. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be no crazy smoking like that, you know, or bad blood or anything like that. It could be just do it for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Do it for the culture, you know?
Do it for the culture.
Yeah, these events don't come around much, you know what I'm saying? So that was a legit event the other night. And we said that was the Homies Hub versus the Pop. Not even huge names. Now imagine you get a Zoom, like I said, Zoom. If Zoom is talking to Keys and they are willing to put that together, I don't understand why anybody would be against that. That'd be do mega numbers. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't see any argument why that should not go down, especially after you just had a mega event with Pop versus the Homies Hub. Yeah. I mean, that right there. See, if that don't go, I mean, that's just talking yourself out of a bag at that point. You know, that'll be, you know, you letting people talk yourself out of a bag. No. You there's sometimes just overthinking. Nah, I'm doing this battle and I'm going, you know what I'm saying? That you must do. You must do that. If Zoom wants to do the battle, try to talk him into doing that battle. That'll be do all-time numbers.
Man, what's up with the Zoom hate? I didn't realize people was hating on Zoom that hard in his face.
Even listen, I heard that too, saying people would get smoked, and it doesn't matter. It's about the event. That's why upsets happen. That's why number 1 seeds go against number 8 seeds in the playoffs. So even if you feel that way, they still play the games in the NBA. They be like, well, this is the 1 seed versus 8 seed. They don't say, well, we're just going to skip. We're not going to have the first round of the playoffs because the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed is going to beat the numbers 7 and 8 seed. No, you still play the game. You still have the event. You still sell the tickets. You still make the money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just.
Okay, but that's what people were saying about Homies Hub, that he was an expat. Oh, he's an expat. He lives in Colombia and Pop travels. So you guys gotta stop this stuff. And this is what I'm saying. This is the Homie Hub effect we're looking at.
It doesn't matter who y'all think is going to get smoked. What matters is putting the damn event together and stop overthinking. Just put it together and do it. You know what I'm saying? Make that money, get the press. People will show up. It doesn't matter. Let the people in the chat talk about who's going to get smoked and this and that. It doesn't matter. The event is going to be the event, and the event is going to be the marquee, and people will show up to these events. Don't not do the event because you think somebody is just so much better than the other content creator. It's gonna be a blowout. If those two are willing to battle, you already see the crowd you can get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they sign up for it, all right. If one get humiliated in the battle, so be it. You still got a crazy big huge event that they signed up for.
They signed up for.
Bingo.
I did not know. So hold on. He said Floyd accused me of switching up on him so what? Did Floyd mislabeled her on purpose, or what? Why he changed her name? To protect. Names have been changed to protect the innocent. The identity. That's crazy. Yeah. Bajoom. Yeah. Boom.
See all that stuff they saying Zoom don't travel. It has zero relevance to the battle. Zero relevance. Put on the event. If you build it, they will come. That's what I'm saying. When people overthink these things, you talk yourself out of a huge event. You know what I'm saying, Big Boss?
Right.
Who cares? That's his channel.
If you put a date, if you set a date, 3 weeks to a month out or whatever.
Dude, you only need a week.
A nigga could take a trip to get footage just for that battle. So hold on. Let me go out. Let me go outside right quick. Let me book a flight, grab some footage, come back and edit it. So yeah, that's a mute point.
Bro, he said if it has zero relevance, then why is it a travel content battle, bro? Zoom was Zoom born in Asia, bro? Like really, like I gotta dumb myself down again tonight for people in the chat. But Zoom born in Asia.
It's travel because it's outside of America.
Los Angeles.
Thank you.
Holy hell. Yo.
I'm telling you, Ray, this is the space.
Going on out here?
This is the space we in, man.
He's been to
Razor Raze, what's going on?
That way, that means you could have said the same thing about Homie Sub. Homie Sub lives in Medellin. Zoom
This
is
is the
Philippines,
space
right?
we in, Raze.
Like, it's crazy. Y'all are talking yourself out of huge events. Like, it makes zero sense. And you're gonna show up. The people complaining, they're gonna show up anyway and watch.
Right. Yeah, the same people talking shit are gonna show up.
They're gonna be right there.
Right there. Like I was last night. But I wasn't talking shit though.
You were doing that shade, big boss, and them super chats.
Okay, not when I first showed up. That was a reaction. That was a reaction to the glaze. I showed up in good faith. I showed up to watch a good versus, and I was not disappointed. I got what I wanted. I showed up in good faith. I showed up to watch a verse, and it was great.
Right.
Afterwards, the glaze kicked in.
Right.
And it was too much. It was too much for me. You gotta turn off. You gotta turn off. It doesn't make sense to continue watching something you don't want to watch, or you hate, you don't like listening to. You know what I'm saying? You just torture yourself. You know what I'm saying? To keep it on. Right. I would say the exact same thing about Homie Hub. Well, and people did say that. That was one of the earlier criticisms. People did say that against him.
But they watched.
But those same people watch.
And it made sense because he has been in 3 countries. It's not like people are doing content in the States. Come on, guys. I mean, you're overthinking this. You're overthinking this stuff, man. I mean, like,
what's going on, Razor Raze?
They ain't gonna be happy. Some people just never happy. Instead of just enjoying the show, they want to just complain. Like, what the hell? Well, like, what are you not happy about? Homie Sub been in 3 countries, so that's three countries. He just resides in Medellin. You wasn't happy about the content he showed or something? He wasn't showing content out of New York. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was pulling like. So if Pop not allowed, so if Pop was to just settle down and then just say Tokyo somewhere, right? For like the next 5 years, you would take away all of his travels. You know what I'm saying? He won't be able to do another battle.
Right, it don't make sense.
He lived in Tokyo. You know what I'm saying?
Don't rack your brain. Don't rack your brain.
Yeah, it's like
these guys. Yeah. Oh shit!
Look who's here. Hey, antagonist, you talked them up. Antagonist, you see, you talked up the great Zoom. The freaking Thailand is in the building. Yo, this is great, man. Zoom, shut up. What up, Zoom? What up, Zoom? Yeah, man. We were saying, we just talking about you probably doing a battle. That'll do record-setting numbers, Zoom. Zoom versus Keys. That's what I want to see. Zoom versus Keys. You know, I mean, Zoom versus Traversity, I watch that too. I mean, that'll do great numbers also. So, but I think Zoom versus Keys definitely, like, the promo for that. And like I said, bro, they won't even need 2 weeks to set that up. They could do just like Homie Sub and but they probably want to take more time. But they editing maybe overall. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. So maybe they want to probably have 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But just the Holmes. This we talk about a content battle. That argument with Nakmeezy was a back and forth verbal thing, which we're not gonna get into that. We're talking about a content battle where they're gonna do their edits, put their edits together, and put their best foot forward, and that'll do record-setting numbers in that aspect. So,
Keith versus Sin City. No,
yeah, that'll be a nice. That'll be a nice content.
He's close. Cross it over. Zoom versus Keith. Travelversity versus Sin City.
Zoom versus Trap and Keith versus Sin City. You talk about
no. I mean, I hear that what he's saying, but no, cross this over. Zoom versus Keith and Travelversity versus Sin City.
No, it says Zoom versus Travel versus.
No, I know what he said. I know. Ray.
Oh, you saying what you want to? Oh, okay, what you?
Yeah, cross it over.
No, but the obvious one is Zoom versus Keys, man. I mean, all this
but that's what I'm saying.
Time. All this other stuff is wasting time, bro. The Zoom versus Keys is they know each other.
Oh, you saying wasting
made. Why are we even wasting time with all this other stuff? Like we wasting time with other battles that is not going to happen. If Zoom is talking to Keys about it, God damn it, I want to see it. Let's do it. I mean, why we even waste time talking about such a huge event like that? That's already made. All this other you guys are talking about.
You get that out the way first.
It's wasting time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you talking yourself out of a mega battle. You know? Because all these other people haven't shown interest in doing the battle. So to mention these names is like, well, you kind of like, well, they might be interested, but we don't know. We're not sure. You know what I mean? But like I said, we have a huge deal right here. We can talk Zoom and Keys to do it. If they are flirting around with it, you know what I'm saying? Then let's try to push it forward. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't see why wouldn't we I don't know. I feel like Barber World against Keys would be better antagonist, like I was just saying.
Well, I would feel Barber World is 10.
But why we have Zoom flirting around about doing the battle with Keys? All this other hyper that I guess is good for talk, like, you know, locker room talk, right? But we got no word that Barber World is even interested in doing that. So it's like it's just wasting time. That's what I'm saying. If we got a Zoom who is, you know, cool, it'd be a nice friendly battle. I mean, why not push that one? That's a huge thing right there that you got. You got it right there.
Right there. He said everything else is wasting time. Raze is getting to it. He getting to the meat of the matter.
Yeah, I mean, you throwing away. I can't. Listen, if I was Don King, and if I was running the company, I would ban people from talking about all these other theories.
Damn.
And I said, focus on this match. I want you to put this match, Zoom versus Keys, together. Do not get sidetracked by all. The only way we get sidetracked by the other stuff is if it's Keys or Zoom don't want to do it. Then we try to look at some other battles.
Right.
But I need Zoom versus Keys. Work on it. Don't get distracted by any other battles right now. That's what I need you to work on. Getting these two together.
Wow. Shout out to Zoom. Justin, Nat is my guy. He caught me off guard. Then I came on Razor channel and mollywopped him. Just so you know, mollywop is a California term. That means really beat your ass. Mollywop. Oh man.
Shout out to Zoom for pulling up on that stream. You know what I mean? Zoom don't be running from no smoke. You know what I'm saying? Zoom don't be running from no smoke. You know, Zoom is with the shit. You know, Zoom is with the shit.
You can say it over here, man. It's my channel.
Well, you know, I still, you know, it's a force of habit. You know what I'm saying?
Force of habit. Yeah, I even get Kings and Dreams come over here and curse on my channel. He said, "This is your channel." You can curse. Shout out to Kings and Dreams. Huh?
Raze, you know it's not fair. Would you rather me be a judge? Question mark. No, I want you to be. I want you to be a competitor against Keys. That's what we want to say.
When Raze has a focus, a clear razor focus.
No, just let the chat.
Just so y'all know, he has the link. He has the link, and it's blue. He looked at it, so
we just let the viewers go ahead and judge it. You know what I'm saying? We could give our commentary, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's for the viewers, so we just let the viewers judge it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the homies hub and the pop thing was so close. We can't say that it was so slighted. We can't say it was 90% to 10%. It was 51 to 49. So you know what? We give the viewers a chance to do the poll again. You know, because I think now if it was something lopsided 70 to 30%, they'd be like, all right, we probably can't put the full voting in the hands of the poll because it might be skewed and biased. So we might can weight it to where part of the judgment could go to the crowd. And you just let it just be in the crowd, man, because it's too be complicated too much, you know. Because then they might, some of us might, they call us biased too. They call the judges biased. So if it's judges,
yes,
you know,
and
so we'll be on the hook for being called.
Last night, no offense, last night showed me the very possibility of that. So I think going forward, it really needs to be the chat, because judges can be corrupt. You can be influenced. The judges are big YouTubers. The judges are big YouTubers that got connections. No, you need to leave it to the people.
Yeah, I could be paid off. Yeah, I could be paid off. You know, hit the cash app, and I'm like, you how much? Yeah, we need. No, but
more so than the paid off is just the connections, the relationships, and the networks of YouTube. The nature of YouTube and the relationships and the network. And the judges are going to be fellow content creators, big content creators. No, leave it to the regular people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just leave it out there. Leave it out there. You know, let them go ahead and do it.
Because you know what? I would say this again. You don't know 1,000%, right? You don't. But in my heart of hearts, if you had judges last night, Pi would have won. If you had judges, Pi would win. You leave it to the people, homie Hub win, and I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, well, and that goes back to the sports analogy where you know, the sports writers vote for the MVP and the of the NBA league. It's not the fans that do it. Now the fans vote for the All-Star game. Now some people say the fans be getting that wrong, the All-Star game voting. So the fans can mess up at times. Right.
The fans get it wrong. So the voters voted wrong.
Yeah, the fans get it wrong too. So
the voters vote wrong. They don't have a brain to know what they know. So the voters voted wrong because the voters didn't want to know how you wanted them to vote.
Well, sometimes in the NBA, they be the idiot fans be doing stupidity. You know, with the All-Star game voting, but you know, you're like, come on, that. But salute. Yeah, but shout out to Zoom. Thanks for popping in, Zoom, to Thailand. Appreciate you.
They spoke him up.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm about to do a consultation. Get your money, man. Just wanted to send a shout out to you guys. Ask Keith if he don't want it with Ho." No. Oh man, what? We got it here. We gonna clip it.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, you got clip that. You got clip that.
Oh man.
You gotta get this move.
Zoom with the smoke.
You want all the smoke.
Now that y'all can hear my music.
Now that's the mega event right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the mega event. I would tell all my employees, key in on that battle, make it happen.
Damn.
Nobody right now. This
he spelled his name Keith. Almost he stopped short of making it Keisha. Oh man.
And you know what, Big Boss?
What's
both
up?
of those guys will make a bag because they're simulcasted on both of their streams.
Right, and they already got big followings.
And can you?
That'd be bananas.
They don't even need those two guys. They won't even need all right. Some guys might be like, all right, pay me a couple of $100 and I'll show up for the battle. These two won't need that because they're gonna get the natural support from their viewers anyway. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the battle, I mean, this is a no-brainer. Simulcasted on both channels. I'll be there too. I'll just be there to be the commentator like I did. And
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now, since Keith is going to be battling, it had to be me and somebody else as a commentator. So,
right.
We worked that out. But, I mean, just a no-brainer.
Should be me. But they're going to hate on Bossy Boss.
Yeah, no, he's just a commentator. I mean, you could,
But Zoom is my guy, though, too. So, oh, man.
Yeah.
Talk about some political pressure on the backside. Oh, man.
Yeah, but like I said, the voting is going to be in the hands of the viewers, so we
won't have absolutely
any effect on the outcome. You know what I'm saying? We'll give our opinion on who's winning the rounds or whatever, or what we like, whatever. But
yeah, you can give your opinion, and you need somebody, you know, that's gonna keep that glazing shit to a minimum. Somebody that people respect and people know that the person is serious, and they're not with funny shit.
Well, you know, when you open up the panel, you know you're gonna get that. Now, us as commentators, we can be fair, like us. But like I said, it is what it is. I mean, just whatever entertains the people. You know what I'm saying? But once you open up that panel, you know you're gonna get.
Oh yeah, it's the
you're gonna get
floodgate.
people to come in with strong opinions, and I think that's great because I think that's what we were trying to do. We were trying to get people to really care about the battle, so people having these strong opinions on whether or not Pop should have won or not after the fact on you know, last night and this morning. That speaks volumes to the interest, you know, and people having it. And like I said, that was just the Pop versus the Homies Hub, and people had interest on who won and who didn't. Imagine Zoom versus Keys. That like so you could times that.
I gotta be honest,
three to 5.
I have to be honest.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will go down. If Keith ducked from Flyboy, I don't see Keith taking that smoke with Zoom. Oh man! Keith, you ducked from Flyboy. You ducked the smoke. You ran. You think you can hang with Zoom dry? Oh man. Prove me wrong, Keith. Prove me wrong and redeem yourself. Oh man.
Hey, you know, and like
that's real talk. That's why people. That's why people respect me. That's real talk.
Neither one of them will have to worry about. They both guys would know there's going to be a huge payday for them to do that, and it's just going to showcase, you know, your thing. And it'd be a friendly battle. It was not going to be nothing crazy, you know. You know, yeah. So but it'd just be entertainment for, you know, friendly battle. Both men will get the bag, and like I said, I just go commentate. See, I just have some beers and just drink, and I just want to be there to commentate. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it on my channel or nothing. Let both of those people case simulcast it with Zoom. I mean, I just be so excited about that, and I just be there to be a commentator. You know,
it would be a huge win for the space.
Yeah.
And see those type of names, because they're, you know, more cleaner and known. Could elevate it into different spaces.
Yeah.
You could
they bring it in a
that would bring a different set of eyeballs. That would bring a different set of eyeballs to our space.
Yeah. You know. And it'd be clean cut. It'd be clean cut fun too. Like I said, we do the categories with that. I think that should be category 2. So it'll cater to those two competitors. You know what I'm saying? What we, you know, do categories with that too. So, you know, yeah. I mean,
if Keith does that, I get off his back. Oh man.
And to be honest with you, since Keith has been to Thailand and got Thailand content, we can have a category 1 round just Thailand.
Hello.
Thailand.
And he's going back out there. He's going back out there again.
Yeah, since he has Thailand content, so we can make one of the rounds be a Thailand thing. Since it would make sense. So that's what I'm saying. We got to cater to whoever's competing to make it make sense for the rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That might be so big. That might have to be best 3 out of. That might have to be not 2 out of 3. That has to be 3 out of 5 type.
Yeah.
Because they got so much content. Like they got so much. You know, there's. You know, I think that had to be 3 out of 5.
Easy. So there'd be 10 total. 10 pieces, 10 clips total. 5 from each. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see how fast the other one went, because it was only 2-minute clips, 3 2-minute clips. So that's 6 minutes.
Yeah, but the live. I think we stretched out the live for a minute.
Oh yeah. But the live is gonna be
able to stretch the live out.
Oh yeah, the live gonna be 90% you talking about it in 12 minutes of the verses.
Yeah. No, I see. I'm getting excited about the Zoom and Keith, man. That'll turn the space on his head.
Zoom tribe.
Yeah, that'll turn the space on his head, man. I mean, you had Don Bates. You know, Don Bates was in the chat the other night.
Okay.
Yeah, he came in and said this is what the space needed. Just everybody was in it. Barbara Rose in the chat. Yeah. So imagine Zoom versus
Check
Keith.
pulled up on the panel.
Who's going to be in the chat? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be wow. You know. Oh, you know, that's man. Oh man, I could just. Man, I'm just picturing it. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's huge. That. Come on, man, Big Boss. Come on, man.
Zoom said Keith don't want it. He don't want them problems. You don't want to see these hands. When I use these hands for editing, you don't want to see these editing fingers. Oh man.
And we do it on a Friday night, just like this past one. Friday night, same night. A Friday night, East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Friday night lights with
same time,
left and right. Beep, beep, beep. Oh man. He said you don't want it.
The bag that's gonna and like I said, it'll be for fun also. But the bag that'll be made will be historical also. That'll be huge, a huge bag made for both guys. So and it won't be no crazy animosity afterwards. Well, I don't think. Who knows? But I mean, hopefully, ain't. But you wouldn't think it would be no animosity afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no animosity at the pop, and I was kind of thinking maybe it might be some smoke. It might go left, but there was no animosity from Pop and Homie Sub after. So, you know,
yeah, that's real good.
About Pop handled the loss. He, you know, gracefully. He wasn't, you know, saying, "Oh no, this is messed up." So,
exactly. I still have a lot of respect for Pop. He handled it good enough.
Yeah,
he handled it good enough.
Because Pop,
I was watching close. I was watching close too.
He could have easily said when people was coming up saying, "No, Pop should have won." He could have joined in and said, "Yeah, that's messed up," but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? And that was the best. That was the best way to handle that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. So I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say against Pop other than he did a great job, and he could have won. And even when I cast my vote for Homie's Hub, I was casting my vote thinking that Pop might still win, but I was just going from what I thought. And so,
bro, you don't know how much I'm feeling. I'm feeling this Keith potentially battling Zoom, and if they announce that, I mean, I'm just so hyped about that. I just want to be there to commentate on it. That's all I want, Big Boss. You know, I'm a beers. I just want to be there to commentate.
Razor Raze is going to channel his inner Howard Cosell like a motherfucker.
Yo,
in this corner, ding, 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 ding.
I'm just thinking about how big the event will be. I know it's going to be huge. It will be huge for both guys.
Raze, you're not Howard Cosell, man. You're not Don King, man.
Oh man, wow! That right there, I have the space attention on it. It turned that space on its head. Boom, boom.
A lot of people dropping out. How's the sound? Can whoever's still listening? Is my music too loud again? A lot of people just dropped off real fast. Let me turn the music down. It sounds cool to me. I don't know. I had a big drop.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So I think like I said, there was an epic battle. And we got the people's emotions involved, which is great.
Yeah.
And you know, we move on to the next battle. Hopefully it's Keith versus Zoom. You know,
that'd be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's woo, man. I'm just like, wow. I'm like, please make that happen. I'm like, that's like that, you know, because we know we talk about getting to that next level through YouTube, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
Becoming the man. That people talk about ice show speed. They want to be that. Well, when you have these opportunities, if you put it together, Keith versus Zoom, that's an opportunity, you know, to at least, you know, have all the attention of everybody in the space. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It is. That's a whole lot of eyeballs. Fresh face.
And sometimes you got to do those things. Like sometimes it calls for these type of events to do that if you want to like get notoriety to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Or at least it calls for this type of act. And the formula has been laid out there. Like I said, some tweaking with the categories, added categories. A couple of added categories, nothing crazy, and it'll be a huge event. Lots of money will be flowing.
Okay. Absolutely. Well, shit, Raze, I'm about to land this plane. I'm not going to extend it. It's a lot going on. I know a lot of people on bandos right now. Social Loner dude is out there in DR. He's live. He's showing shit. He flew
out there? He flew out there, Social Loner? Nah, Social Loner.
I said social. I'm tripping. It's late. Oh man, I really got to end it. No, Las Vegas Sports Talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, big boss. So shout out to you, man. Great job. We'll be in contact.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You're gonna be yeah. So yeah. So do your thing. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat for pulling up. Like I said, shout out to Zoom. And salute to Keith. Keith was in the chat too. So shout out to Keith.
Yeah, he was. And thanks, Keith, for letting me know about the music. Being too loud. And stop ducking verses, man. Stop ducking, and we be all right.
No, I don't think he gonna duck that one. He ain't gonna duck. He's not gonna duck the Zoom.
He ain't gonna duck that one.
That's just too big. That's a no brainer right there, bro. I mean, anything else right now would be disappointing if like I said, Relo NYC the future, I'll be hyped for that one. But anything else right now, I want this Zoom versus Keith one because that'll just be so huge. Yeah,
man. It'll be crazy.
All right, man. Be good, man. Be good, big boy.
All right, thanks, bro. Peace. Razor Ray. Oh, hold on, where my manners at? Y'all know how I do on this show. How you doing tonight? Man, it dropped hella much. It's all good though. I've been running 3 hours. Raze came in right when I was about to end it, man. Literally, I was about to end it. My finger was going up, coming down on the click in stream. Dropped the link. Boom. Hour and a half later, right? Shout out to Razor Raze, the homie Razor Raze. Shout out to Zoom Tribe, Zoom to Thailand. Thank all you guys for coming out. Shout out to Richie Rich Roll to Tape for those first few super chats. Shout out to my moderator, T Love Entertainment, for that big super chat. And shout out to that guy right there, Keith, for putting on that Verzuz. And also let me know that my damn music was too loud. My music was overpowering my guests. It wouldn't overpower me, but it was overpowering my guests. So thank you for that feedback, man. Yeah, so that'd be dope. If we can get Keith and Zoom to battle it out, oh man, that'd be one for the ages. But other than that, Bossy Boss is out, man. And like I said, tomorrow or today, rather for y'all, a few hours rather, I will be live again. And I will be doing the what's the name with the homie D Blake. You know what I'm talking about? Yep. I know everybody over there on Bandos right now. Yeah. It's right here. Hold on. Yeah, so that's tomorrow, today, few hours. The homie D Blake, we're gonna talk Sasua, the DR Sasua, the Sue review with D Blake. He was just out there 2 weeks ago. He got back last week. We're gonna talk about DR Sasua, man, tomorrow. So here's what it is, man. We out. Big Boss. Peace.